And I'm Jacob.
What we say, my guys? Live link all working, yeah?
We hope.
Yeah. Trust me.
We hope.
Trust me.
Man
We
said we
hope.
hope.
I believe we are up and live somewhere. But
Up, up,
hey, we
up
hope.
there in the universe, man.
Do you
Yeah,
know
we
what?
up still. We up. We
Yeah,
Is
up.
it?
we're up there. We're up
Yeah,
there.
we up.
We good, yeah? All right, cool. What we say, my guy? Do you know what? I don't even care what we're saying. Let's get straight to it. The Champions League, the second semi-final has just ended of PSG Bayern, and Jacob, your Arsenal Gooners will be facing the holders, Paris Saint-Germain. You guys looking to get revenge on last year's semi-final loss. Um, since you're our designated Arsenal fan and you done a nasty post earlier stitching us up about us supposedly celebrating you guys going through. How do you feel about one? You guys are on for the double, which we'll talk about later, but the fact that you're in a Champions League final for the first time in 20 years and that you're
Um,
facing the holders.
Brother, I could have cried yesterday. I could have cried. I'll be honest with you. The
Wow.
emotions that were flowing through me when I was watching, I said 20 years. The last time Arsenal were in the Champions League final, I was 9 years old. I was 9 years of age. 29 I've hit and we've made it back again. I could have cried tears yesterday. I'm telling you, I have not smiled so much for a long time. I sat there until like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, just scrolling through social media, liking anything that had anything to do with Arsenal. You know me, I love this football club. It's giving me some heartbreak. It's been outside of my family, it's been my longest relationship. Do you get what I mean? It's been my longest true relationship with anyone else. So it means a lot. And to be in that final, playing against PSG, I wouldn't want it any other way. You know the term that they use in basketball and in sports. If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. So I wanted them. I wanted PSG, and we will go and we will do the job. And I'm telling you now, I will probably that day if we do win the Champions League. I cried when I was 9 years old because we lost it. This one hopefully will be tears of joy, 20 years on. So, bro, I couldn't tell you how happy I am. Arsenal have this year. I've been critical and rightly so. I don't like some of the performances, but yesterday Arteta got it right. I didn't even agree with the subs at the times he made the subs, but he understood why he made the subs. Him starting Miles Lewis Skelly was perfect. It was like needed and it was necessary for us. Um, everything everything about the football club yesterday was what I grew up knowing Arsenal to be. The atmosphere, like you felt everything. Watching at home, because I can't go anywhere with the Achilles. Watching at home, it was literally like being in the stadium. I turned the TV up to like 50 to a near 50, so I could feel like I was there. Everything about that, man. Ah, man. Arsenal have not made me this happy for a long time, and I'm telling you now, if we go and win the Premier League, I just wanted the Premier League. If we do the Champions League as well, I will never criticize. I told you already, I won't criticize the club again. I might not watch us again because I don't have any reason to. But this is 20 years, fellas, 20 years since we've been here. I've been an Arsenal fan since I was born. I've seen us win a few bits and bobs. But 20 years on, if I see us win the Champions League, the boy Saka stepped up. You know what? Let me not single out anyone. Everyone stepped up. Everybody. Ah, man. I'm telling you now, it's a great day to be an Arsenal fan. It's been a great week to be an Arsenal fan. And thank you, Man City, for giving us the momentum we needed on Monday to take it through on Tuesday and for giving us the momentum to take this home.
Um, I mean, just from 2 weeks ago, he's completely changed his tune
You're damn
from.
Bro,
right.
what's a monologue?
He said the season was over 2 weeks ago, and
This
now
needs to be clipped and played side by side.
and now the season. I mean, to be fair, I do get it though. I do get it in terms of like it's a week by week emotion, and now effectively you guys have four finals left. Do you know what I mean? Like every Premier League game's a final. All your remaining games are in London. Like the last two league games, and then
Palace.
Budapest.
Yeah. Yeah. Budapest will see us, bro. We will be there. We'll be there in our numbers. Bro, you know what? sport and football, and I played the game, so it's always made me feel away. And I've cried on the football pitch as a player. Do you get what I mean? So I know the emotion, but having that emotion from the club you supported as well, it felt like I was out there. Do you get what I mean? It was comparable. It's never. Let me not lie. It wasn't comparable to what I've done in my career, but it was. When you feel like a fan and the reasoning behind the fans' madness, I felt it, and I haven't had that in a long time. I felt every pass, every mishap. I was screaming at my TV, telling Madueke to run back. I'm not the man to scream at people for missing out tackles because I do the same thing. But I was screaming at the man for not jumping into 50-50s. I was going mad out there. So I understand it. But, oh, man, the game of football is the best thing in the world, bro. And when it's up, it's really up. When it's down, it's down. I've been there. We've been through the heartbreak. We've been through the good times. And hopefully this is where 29, please, Arsenal. I'm praying. It's our year. It's our year.
I mean, Dej, what's your thoughts, please? Because
You're not gonna wipe the smile off my face today. I'm
Nah,
happy.
bro, like, I ain't really got anything negative to say about what's going on because my prediction was at the start of the season Arsenal to win Prem, and even with you lot slip, I still thought you're gonna win the Prem anyway. My only thing is I want to see it more like I just want to see it close, and it's close now, so just go and win it. Do you know what I mean? And for the Champions League, I feel like everything lined up for you guys with the draws that you got and the times that everything worked out in, because Atletico was the perfect team for you guys to get matched up in. For a team that wasn't really scoring much goals themselves, it's like two teams that know how to defend well are playing each other. So they'll go machine for machine on one side of the draw, and on the other side, PSG Bayern, they'll go machine for machine with their attacking talent. So it was perfect, man. It was like a fire on fire with ice and ice, and now fire will meet ice in the final. So we see which one prevails. But no, congrats, man. Congrats, because it's been a while. So,
20 years is longer than a while, Dej. 20 years is longer than a while, bro.
The only reason why I'm saying it like that is because, bro, I'm waiting for my turn.
Hey, we've gone through a pandemic. We've gone through global crisis. Trump has become president twice. Yo, we've seen a lot.
Because Champions League final
Yeah.
20 years ago, obviously you didn't win it, and then last win in the Premier League 22 years ago. So
Bro, there was no iPhone.
Nothing. BlackBerry wasn't. Giggs was a good rapper.
Jacob, we're not gonna do this. This is
on the live stream.
we're not gonna do this, bro. No gig slander will be tolerated, bro.
No, but like, yeah, lots happened in the 20 years, innit? So to see it happen like this was good, man. And to know that you guys got PSG and they beat in the semis last year. Let's see. Let's see.
Do you feel, before we move on to the league, what's your confidence like going into this final against PSG?
Do you know what? Right now, I'm on a high, so I'm telling everyone that we're gonna win. I need to see, obviously, if we win the Premier League, it will be massive. Do you get what I mean? It'll be massive, and I need to see injuries as well, because obviously I know Saka's dealing with the Achilles. I know everyone's it's the end of the season. You know how it gets. People are dealing with injuries, niggles here, niggles there. But I feel like we're coming together quite nicely. There's not many injuries out. I think it's only Timber and Marino that are actually not fit and not training or not being part of the matchday squads right now. So I'm very confident. I'm actually very confident because I watched the PSG game today. I know that's not a lot to go off of because I saw them last week against Bayern Munich and they scored 5. You get what I mean? And then they are sensational in attack. But the one thing I do know is that we can defend. I do know we can defend. And I feel like PSG will give us openings. You get what I mean? Will give us something to play for. And if we go 1-0 up, I'm not saying that we're great at protecting a 1-0 lead. I don't care if we win 1-0. I don't care if we win on penalties. I just want to win. But I'm very confident in seeing Saka's interview yesterday saying we know who we want, and I knew he was saying we want PSG. He was saying we want
I want
revenge.
Bukayo to come out and say it with his chest.
He had to do it that right way. We'll do it for him. We will do it for him. He wanted PSG, so the boys want PSG. They got what they wanted. It's time to turn up to the party. I feel like it's time to dismiss all the slander that's been on Arsenal's name, all the slander that's been on these players' names. Saka's not a top 10 winger in the world. Okay, he'll come and prove that he is. Declan Rice ain't world class. Okay, he'll come and prove that he is. Like Odegaard's been playing badly. I've said it myself. He'll come to the party. People saying Eze's not up to the scratch of up to the standard of Arsenal. Trust me, he is. Like Miles Lewis-Skelly's been miles off it. Oh, but you see Miles Lewis-Skelly in midfield now. People telling me 100 million center midfielder. I'm not going that far, but you get what I mean.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm not going that far.
on Lewis Skelly, that was on Arteta.
Yeah,
Oh,
Because he's been last couple of weeks or so, there's been small links with United, and in my United chat, we're all happy to take him off your hands. Do you know what I mean?
because you man will play him centre mid, innit? That's why you weren't playing fullback. So I feel like all of the pieces of the puzzle coming together at the right time, man. And as I said, I'm on a high, so there's nothing Arsenal can do wrong right now unless we gotta lose to West Ham. Then boy, this week will be a mess. But
I said this, I've been saying it for the last couple of weeks, and people, whether it's speaking to you guys, speaking to the man them or anyone, and like, I think naturally, the non-Arsenal supporters naturally have their Arsenal hater hat on. And that is rightfully so, because you guys are flipping annoying as a fan base. Not all of you, but a lot of you. And I think because you obviously overpopulate, dominate in terms of fan base wise. But I've said, as long as, because people be like, oh, why are you not kind of feeling for Arsenal or something? It's like, I'm not feeling for Arsenal. I'm just watching it from a sporting perspective. As long as Arsenal just stick in that stretch when they were going through injuries. Right now, like you said, the only injuries are Marino and Timber. And apparently I saw today Marino will be back for the final. Timber, I don't know. But I said, see the games through, even if you lost against City, see the other games through, and for Saka to come back. And as long as he comes back healthy enough and you guys are still neck and neck, I believe not just him, but he can spearhead the team into winning something. Whether you win the league, which your favourites for again now, or the Champions League, or even the double, which will be disgusting and horrific, because you guys will just start talking super crazily on historic teams.
bro.
But
Ultimate smack talk, you know.
But again, like even yesterday's game showed, like that was one of the first times I looked on socials when Saka and Eze got subbed off, and I did not really see that much criticism, because I felt like the fan base kind of knew, because the subs happened early. The fan base knew they're not 100% fit. It's like this was like the week, and maybe it was because of the Fulham when Miles played in midfield. This was like the week I felt like the fan base have fully galvanized again, like, and it hadn't been like that throughout most of 2026. A lot of the fan base was playing. I mean, 2 weeks ago, you were saying if Arsenal lose, everything, Arteta needs to go. Do you know what I mean? And it was kind of on that flex where Bournemouth at home, there was a lot of reports or people that were at the game that said, like, even the atmosphere that the fans created for the players, it didn't help the players, etc., all that jazz. This last week, everyone's galvanized. And I said it, let Saka come back. I'm not saying Saka's world class. There's a border. I don't care if he's top or world, but Saka is the key. And if he's fit for your running, and I think I might have tweeted this at the end of 2025. I just said Arsenal need to make sure Saka's available for the running, because we saw the last couple years when the squad depth wasn't there is when Saka kind of goes downhill in terms of like level of play. And you've kind of seen that with Rice, because Rice has been overplayed a lot this season. But it's just like, bro, now the squad is there. The high quality might not be there, but the defense is good enough where they're not going to concede sillier goals compared to other teams. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'll say it. I mean, they say defense wins championships. I hope you lot don't win, but you lot have the foundation set. Do you know what I mean? And if you do win it, So be it.
Yeah, you gotta be in it to win it, and we're in it. We're in both competitions. We're flying high. City dropped those points. It's now in our hands. We go and beat Burn. We got sorry. Let's do it in order. We go and beat West Ham. We then go and beat Burnley. Burnley could be the day we win it if Man City drop points. Do you get what I mean? If Man City drop points against Brentford on the weekend, which is highly possible, which is possible. You get what I mean? Brentford is still going for something.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Exactly. We know it firsthand. All of our clubs know it firsthand. Playing against Brentford's a long day. They don't really play. It's a weird style of football. Everyone knows. But if we can go and just focus on these last 4 games, I'm not even saying last 4. Forget the Champions League for now. That's where they're.
Yeah, that's right at the end. So
Yeah, let's focus on the next 3. Let's focus on West Ham right now. Let's go and get the job done. I want a clean sweep. I want to be done before halftime. 3-4-0. Everyone stay fit, healthy. Let's get the hell out of there. Do you get what I mean? Burnley, we're dealing with them. And then let's come down to Sellers Park. Hopefully they're ready Premier League champions and deal with them too. And I need Palace. I need you guys to win tomorrow as well. So you're not focused on that game. So please, Palace, you need to win. Nottingham Forest, you need to win. I need Aston Villa focused on Premier League and Premier League only. And I need the clubs, everyone else focused on European competition. So that's me.
But yeah. One thing I'll add is that you guys are lucky. Only because remember when I was talking about like the utilization of the squad, yeah?
Yeah.
Arteta's lucky that Saka only got this minor injury. And same with Eze as well. Because I knew that Eze was the key for you lot's success anyway. Because I don't think Odegaard was up to par this season.
You're right.
But now that you're in this position, it's going to be 4 finals, including the actual final. There's no such thing as losing for the next couple of weeks. Like, there's just no such thing. But the problem is, as a United fan, if you lot can get through this, then that Arsenal team becomes very scary. Because not only have they succeeded through pressure, they will also have a Champions League, which will be so annoying. But it will be well deserved if you don't get it. But so annoying. That would be so jarring.
It was bound to happen one day. It was bound to happen one day. And to do it in the fashion we've done it, going unbeaten the whole way through, getting the team we want to play in the final, I think it's destined. This is a season that is destined for Arsenal. We don't see City drop points at this point of the season. We don't see Arsenal are usually the ones that bottle in things at this point in the season. If this was last year, well, this was last year. The same scenario was last year. We lost in the semi-final. We dropped points towards the end of the season. You get what I mean? In fact, no, it wasn't last year because we weren't in the title race last year like that. I'll be real. We were not.
This year, dude, this kind of thing, like it did happen last year anyway. Without 2 years ago, without the 12-point gap, without the 12-point lead though.
What do you mean,
you guys, you never had the lead 2 years ago when you was literally on track to maybe try and win it.
You're talking about the Prem?
Yeah, the Prem.
We did. We did. We threw it away. Nah, to Libra.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
But was it 12 points though?
No, it wasn't 12.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but they
7
had
or 10.
You lot led the league for most of that season.
Yeah. Led the league for most of it. Yeah, but you see that 12 points that they had this season? They used all the cash in the bank, bro, to to stay first.
Obviously, that 12 points come from them having 2 games in hand as well, didn't they, City?
Nah, remember at one point we were even and we were 12 points clear, but then...
Nah, were you even?
No, bro, like they've thrown, like, you see if they lose this, bro, they've thrown it.
Do you not remember when City weren't even in the running? They weren't.
We shouldn't even be talking about them, bro.
No. I've always said that. Like, I just can't remember if it was the exact same amount of games played. Maybe it was.
Do you remember we lost to Villa at Villa Park?
Yeah, that was just before Christmas.
Yeah, City weren't even. Villa were going to be top of the league.
Yeah, because Villa beat you and City back to back, I think, at home.
Yeah. they were about to be top of the league. So Villa were the ones pushing us, and that's when I was saying, "Oh my God, Arsenal going to throw this away." Them City carried on like weirdly, they weren't
just
playing like
fumbling.
themselves. Yeah, drawing to weird teams. Who they drew to Nottingham Forest at that point when Murillo cleared the one off the line. At that point, I
Yeah,
said the league
that
should
was
be
like
finished.
2 or 3 months ago, if I'm not mistaken.
That's when we were far ahead. At that point, I was saying, "Oh, the league should be done." But
So
Arsenal kept on
that was on the
drawing.
4th of March.
Yeah, literally 2 months ago, we should have been far and away clear.
Oh no, that I've not denied. It was just in terms of the gap aspect, comparing it to 2 years ago, at the
Oh,
stage of
okay.
the seasons when the teams faltered. Because you lot had a bigger gap way, like, not way earlier in the season, but it was a period ago. Because even when City dropped points a couple months ago, or when people think Arsenal dropped a lot of points, it wasn't that like the Wolves game and stuff like that. City were also dropping points like to Spurs from being 2-0 up
Yeah.
at West Ham,
Right.
and
Yeah,
then
you're right.
like Forest, like he's saying. So, and then City went on their run, which they tend to do. Do you know what I mean? So,
But no, it's the year. It's look. I'm not gonna look. I'm happy today, and me and Arsenal, we have a real relationship. So I'm happy today, and I'm gonna be happy until Sunday comes around. So I'll be happier. I'll be happier if Brentford do us a job, and then there's less pressure on us to go and do a job. You get what I mean?
yeah,
Who plays first on that day, or who's playing
Brentford play
first?
on Saturday.
City
Brentford Man City
Brentford
play on
Saturday,
Saturday.
5:30
Yeah,
kickoff.
yeah, we play
Okay, and
Sunday.
then Arsenal on Sunday.
Yeah,
Oof.
it's gonna be it's gonna be a good one, man.
Yeah,
All the
see, I'm
Arsenal
look,
fans are
but
watching that City game.
just before Christmas, City were only 2 points behind you, lot.
Okay,
So
and
at
then
Christmas,
after,
yeah,
and
it
then
was
after that,
after
that's when
for
we
a
gained a
couple
big
games.
lead. Yeah,
So I think in the span where United beat you guys at, well, City and Arsenal back to back, is when
yeah.
the City form kind of dropped off, if I'm not mistaken.
It was when they played Nottingham Forest, around that week when they played Nottingham Forest.
Now
That's
That's
Forest,
Joe said that was
Forest was
March
in
though.
Forest was in March, so City started to pick up their wins then.
But why were they still? They were still. We were still far and away from them at that point.
It was Jan. They drew 3 games in a row. They drew Sun on the 1st of Jan, Sunderland, then Chelsea away. Remember McFarlane? We spoke about that one last week, and
Yep.
then
Yep.
Brighton at home. So like in
Right.
the space of like 6 days, they drew 3 games,
But then Arsenal
and
also
then lost to
didn't play.
United. Sorry.
Arsenal didn't play bare games in Jan. But remember, Arsenal only won like one in January. I don't think we won a Premier League game.
Uh,
We didn't. We lost. We might have won the first one, but we drew to Liverpool. We then drew
yeah,
to Nottingham Forest, and we lost to United in the Premier
and
League.
but City was draw, then lost to us.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
basically similar-ish form.
That's what it was. January was our blip, and we were in the process of throwing it away, but City were throwing it away at the same time. So it's like, okay, we're still edging a gap because they're drawing, we're drawing. We're not playing games because we're playing Champions League, FA Cup, or EFL, whatever it was at the time. So, yeah, man. Whew. Arsenal. What a football club.
All right, before tonight's game, would you have preferred PSG or Bayern in the final?
I wanted PSG.
From from a footballing perspective or from a revenge perspective?
From both. Do you know why?
Go on.
I did not want. I didn't want to buck Harry Kane. I'll be real. You already know what he does when he sees Arsenal. I know we beat Bayern Munich one time this season, but they're just way better than they were this season than when we played them early in the season. I don't feel like they had their full squad and they weren't clicking on the all cylinders like they were. And for defensive purposes, right? As much as PSG can kill everyone attacking, right? I feel like leaves so many gaps for us to exploit, and they leave those gaps in key areas. Hakimi's also not fit. I don't know if he's going to be fit at that time when it comes around, but I was just thinking from the perspective of
I think they said last week he'll be fit for the final.
he might be, but I don't know. And I love him as a football player, but please, Hakimi, rest. You got World Cup to play in. So I just think I liked us against Bayern early in the season, and I liked the way we played against them. But I felt like we can get at PSG in areas. There's too many gaps they leave between their midfield and their defensive line. Also, Gyökeres right now is playing at a good level. If we get the ball up to him and play in the right way, he can cause Marquinhos and Pacho some problems. Do you get what I mean?
I told
Saka
you
versus
about him.
Mendes, huh?
I told you about him.
Yeah, Saka versus Mendes is going to be a huge battle out there. Mendes is sensational, so do you get what I mean? It's Eze is going to be in the pocket picking the ball up. I'm going to see Miles Lewis Skelly firing the ball into his back foot. Declan Rice is going to get the ball and drive. There's so many things that we can exploit. Their midfield three, Fabio Ruiz, Vitinha, Neves, legs is their problem. Legs is their problem. I'm going to be honest with you. They got technique.
I'm just
Legs is
waiting
their
for you
problem.
to finish because I asked this question specifically. So keep going.
Yeah, legs is their problem. So I feel like we can overpower them in the midfield three. Not on the ball. I'm talking about in transition. And then defensively, I just trust Gabriel. I trust Saliba. I trust Raya. And I like what Ben White's doing right now. I like when Calafiori's out there. Hincapié comes on to obviously, I don't know what Arteta is going to do, but you get one of those two who's going to play. But I feel like the fullbacks are going to be the problems because they're going to be susceptible to get ripped and get sent off. But the two centre halves we have and the goalkeeper are very key. So I feel like all round our team matches up very well with PSG, and we have the experience now. Everyone feels like they're more mature. We're carrying momentum. It's just the game I wanted.
Are you
I didn't want to
sure
carry
you
too
guys are going to be brave enough to take them chances though?
We have to be.
I mean, the reason why I asked you that question is it was that obviously I genuinely didn't know what you were gonna say, and I don't know, maybe it's because you're high of being in the Champions League final and then obviously
Listen,
knowing
they're real high right now.
it's PSG. But before that game, before tonight's game, sorry, PSG Bayern, and after tonight's game, the game doubled down for me that you guys should have wanted Bayern, and I said this earlier to a few people as well, because like in the NBA when they were like, oh, just for argument's sake, the bubble championship, Lakers bubble championship, the Nuggets did the Lakers a favor by knocking out the Clippers
Yeah.
because the Lakers didn't want to face the Clippers. I felt like if Bayern, which I thought that was cap anyway, because the Lakers were the number one seed, but I felt like if Bayern knocked out PSG, that would have been. I don't think either final would be easy, so it's hard to say that, but it would have been an easier final for you guys because people. I think last week the first leg got it twisted about how PSG are defensively. Like PSG are actually a good defensive team. Like that that 5-4 game was just both managers going with the approach of we both got the best attacks. Let's showcase them, attack for attack, machine for machine, and then boom, we'll go for it. Tonight, PSG had to shut up shop. Like they weren't as clean, they weren't as good, but they had their glue in midfield. And I've been singing this guy's name for years. And I thought he was the best player in the Euros, and they glue him
Fabio
midfield last
Ruiz.
season.
He
Fabio
was.
Ruiz. Because when
Yeah.
Mendes was booked early in the game, it was Fabio Ruiz that was helping up to double up on Elise. He
Yeah.
brings so much balance to that team. Obviously, he's been injured for a lot of the season. And just like how I said for you guys having key players back for your running, him coming back for them is so key. Like he's obviously going to start the final because of the high aspect as well in terms of your set piece threat. But yeah, going back to why I thought Bayern would have been a better matchup for you guys, I think Bayern are easier to score against, or they're easier to draw mistakes from, and you guys could have exploited that. Bayern defensively they're not as good as
No,
PSG defensively.
Upamecano's been bad this season. As in, like every time there's a goal, you just have to look at who's the problem. You just look to your right.
He's like Onana and centre back, basically.
Yeah, you're right. He hasn't been great this season at all. But I just think about what Arsenal can do, and Arsenal at their best, right? and and Arsenal got to be on their best to beat PSG. So this is what I'm going at. Arsenal at their best can match up well with any team in world football, and
I think
I'm being
Bayern would have been better because your centre backs will do better than against Harry Kane than they would against Dembele, and even
correct.
The Atletico game showed it. Like once Alvarez and Griezmann went off, even though they were quite ineffective, they were causing your centre backs problem with their movement. Soloff come on, it came a battle that falls into a wrestling match that falls into Saliba and Gabriel's hands, and
Correct.
they the last couple years they've been like every time they face Kane they've done well in that aspect. Do you know
They
what I mean?
have, but the advantage I think we have here is Saliba's teammate for international is Dembele. Do you get what I mean? He sees him. He knows this is what I'm thinking about. He sees him. He knows. He understands what he likes to do, what he doesn't like to do. And I'm not saying anyone can stop Dembele. You know me. Ousmane Dembele is one of my favorite football players. But I'm literally going, look, if we keep everything in front of us for a period of time, it's difficult because PSG have sensational football players and the way they play, pass, move, and the triangles they make are out of this world. And I'm not saying the game is going to be easy. Hence why I said Arsenal have to be on their best
Oh,
performance.
absolute best.
But
They have to have the game of their lives.
but what I'm also saying is don't get it twisted in that midfield. The game is not going to be won in those boxes. The game's going to be won in this midfield area. Whoever dominates in that midfield is going to be the winner of this game because Arsenal's defense as a back four is better than as a back five, including the keeper, is better than PSG's. PSG's attack is the best in the world. Do you get what I mean? We're basically on the best defense in the world right now versus the best attack in the world. Let's see who can win. And then it trickles down. And this is what you got to ask yourself: is Arsenal's attacking line better than PSG's defensive line?
Nope.
See, because what are you going off though? Because if we're going Nuno Mendes, he's better going that way than going that way.
Mendes is a fantastic defender. The only
Yeah,
one that has really caused Mendes issues is Elise. Literally over the last 2 years, is
I
Elise.
understand that. I understand that. But
Well, I say really caused Elise
Mendes
absolutely tore him in the
Mendes
first.
and Hakimi, they give you so much going that way,
They do.
yeah, that they don't have to do much going this way. But you can see them, they're susceptible for things going this way. And I'm not saying we have Elise, I'm not saying we have a Diaz. But I'm saying we got people, we have a Saka who needs
No,
to
you've
turn
got
up and be
Saka.
Saka.
You know me. I'll never not doubt Saka. Like
We have an Eze that can create magic out of nothing. We have, I don't know who's going to be on that left wing. I'll be very honest with you, because it could be any of them three mad people, Trossard, Martinelli, and that other man, that non-Zeno. It could be any of them three. So I don't know who's going to be on that left wing, but whoever's on the left wing, Lord help us. So
I think I think it'll be Trossard.
hey, it could be injuries. Joe, we got three cup finals before we got to get to that game.
Then
So
again,
hopefully,
if Odegaard starts, it might be Eze on the left.
no. This is the stuff that needs to not happen.
Yeah, realistically, you need to think about Odegaard's likely going to start the final, bro.
No. Arteta needs to understand. We need to play the same team we played yesterday. The only changes you need to make are maybe at that left wing position if you don't want Trossard out there.
But
I think
what
he
what
might
have
go
we
with the
seen?
approach
What
of
have we seen
Man
from
City
Arteta
away.
this season, though?
Well, he's a
We've
he's a
seen
maniac.
him make changes,
Yeah,
unexpected changes at times when, like, there's stakes, big stakes on the game.
they have worked.
So, do you think he's gonna do one of those kind of tricks?
Nah, because we know who PSG. But no, play your best team.
Fire,
Actually, play your best team.
fire.
Realistically, is Miles going to start the final
Yes.
ahead of Zubimendi?
Yes,
Like
he is.
PSG starting 11. If Hakimi's fit, I know they're 11.
That's what I mean. But this is what I'm saying.
Like
He has to play Miles Skelly because of the forward passing, because of the athletic ability. You need the legs in there against PSG because guess what we're going to be doing? Suffering. We're going to be suffering because they're going to have the ball. We're
on
going to
that
have to be
quickly,
moving.
on the legs aspect, I think I saw last week Zubimendi's covered more kilometers than Rice this season. You know,
Because
Really?
Mendy, I don't know what it's not effective. It's not effective yards, man. I don't care about that. It's not effective yards. You might be
no,
covering them.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I need effective yards, and I feel like the effective yards will come from MLS. It will
All
come
right,
from a
say your
ride.
starting lineup now, then for the final.
The same starting lineup you saw last night.
What if Timber's fit?
You didn't hear me. The same starting lineup you saw last night.
Oh,
Saka plays better with Ben White playing with him because they
No,
understand each
that
other better.
that I agree. That part I
So
agree.
that's and the only this is my thing. The back four takes care. The back four, all our defensive line is good. When you can plug and play with Arsenal, I'll be real, it's good.
I mean,
Yeah,
White's been shaky last couple of games. Last night he was
ye-
obviously
yeah.
he was better,
that's
but he has been very successful,
But
and
he
you're
needed
coming
to
up
play
against
more this season, though, in my
you-
opinion.
this is
which
the
is
thing. He just hasn't.
true,
He's
but
building up his minutes, Joe. He's
you're
getting his
coming up
minutes.
against arguably the best wing in the world right now in Quava Skrilla. Quava.
But what's Timber gonna do?
He's better defensively.
Yeah, but what's he gonna, bro? Both of them are getting ripped. So I need the person that's gonna help out my winger going forwards better. That's what you have to understand. You have to take a loss somewhere to understand what they're doing. Like if we can double up going that way on Nuno Mendes, because double K, triple K, whatever his name is, he don't want to really come back. He'll do the defensive thing, but he don't really want to do it. If Ben White takes him that way enough, yeah, you gotta play sometimes PSG's game against them. Take them that way.
No,
Take everybody that
the
way.
best way to play PSG is attack's the best form of defense. But that's why
Exactly.
the team to have done the job for you guys, I believe, was Bayern Munich tonight.
No. But this is the thing.
Because they had the attack to match PSG's attack. That's
But
why.
you're forgetting, we gave Bayern Munich hell this year already.
You did, but I've always made the point like I don't diminish the group stage, but because I think the 2 years has shown because of this extended group stage, the non-English teams have not taken it as serious. And then when it comes to the knockout rounds, they don't really care what side of the draw they're on. They just like, all right, cool, we're gonna be ready for the knockout rounds.
That's fine. But
Like you guys demolished Atletico in the group stage as well.
I'll be very honest. Atletico came to do nothing against us both matches. So we could have probably
Yeah,
demolished
they,
them
they,
both
they
games.
were an embarrassment semi-final matchup. Like I'm so annoyed Barcelona didn't face you lot. Not the fact that I wanted Barca to beat you lot. It's just it would have been a much better game. But
Yeah,
Atletico
more
have shown
entertaining, man.
in the Spanish Cup and then in the Champions League when they see Barcelona, they just move crazy for the first leg. They're on steroids and they get the
Yeah.
result from the first leg in both instances. So yeah.
100%. But let's put it like this: when Arsenal buck PSG, it's a different game. Bayern Munich fans came out and clearly stated Arsenal were the best team we played this season, regardless of PSG. This is Bayern
Yeah,
Munich
but
fans.
like
Not
that
this.
that
They said,
that don't
and
mean nothing to
this was
PSG
Arsenal when
though.
Martinelli and them boys were starting. This ain't the Arsenal of now. This is that Arsenal. That
Yeah,
weren't the Arsenal we're gonna see on the 30th of May.
but I can then argue PSG's flip side within last year and this year, the two teams that have given them their hardest matchup. Last year, Aston Villa in the knockout round, and this year, Monaco. Monaco nearly knocked them out this season. Whereas
Yeah,
the
and
other teams, Liverpool last year, obviously they won on penalties, but they were comfortable at Anfield, and
yeah, of
then
course.
they dispatched of you guys. It was the Villa game that caused them real trouble. Then again this year, they dispatched of Chelsea, Liverpool. It was the Monaco game in the first knockout round where they were behind, and then Dembele got injured, I think, early in the game, and Doué came on and just scored two quick-fire goals, and just like,
Hey, look. At the end of the day, PSG is you'll see on the 30th of May why PSG is the favourable matchup. If we had to buck Harry Kane, we know what Harry Kane does against Arsenal. I didn't want to buck Elise. I didn't want to buck Diaz because I'm bucking ex-Premier League players, and I don't want to buck no one that played in the Premier League that knows what these men do all the time. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't
But
want
then
to
the
buck
flip
them, man.
side is your players know what they do.
No. Because we don't. We could never stop them, man, in the Prem. We don't want to stop them now. I want new faces. I want the faces you saw one time, two times. I don't want the faces you saw 10, 15 times. Harry Kane knows how to score goals against Arsenal. He's done it his whole life.
Nah,
At least they used to.
I think your
At least they
centre
used to
backs
run
are
us ragged at Palace.
your centre backs are at a stage where they lock up. They even before Kane, I think his last season or so, Gabriel and Saliba play well against Kane. Like,
Well, guess what, Joe? They're gonna have to play well against Usman Dembele, and we're gonna be
and
ready for the
and
task.
that's where it's more of a problem because we know he doesn't just stay central, and then Doué comes in as well, and then
It's going to be tough.
Quava's just he just
Hey, I ain't said it ain't gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But guess what? We got to bring the game to them as well. I watched them
Yes,
play
I
against.
agree.
I watched
I
them play at home against Bayern Munich. Yeah, as much as they got this defense, them man switch off too much. They make mistakes. They let runners go in behind. When they're in a solid shape and they got something to protect, yes, cool. But if Arsenal are 1-0 up as well, bro, who score? Who? When have you realistically seen teams come back on Arsenal and win? It doesn't happen. If Arsenal go 1-0 up, I'm a very confident man that we can win the game 1-0.
Yeah, but Arsenal don't in their big matchups this year, bar the group stages in Champions League. Arsenal haven't gone 1-0 up.
We did it yesterday.
I'm talking about like the likes
matchup.
of.
Wait, who went 1-0 up when we played them? Was it us who went 1-0 up first? Was it them lot?
It was them lot, and then we came back. But they won't class that as a big game. But that's fine.
Come on, man. You talk
Man
about
City,
United.
they have not. They didn't take the lead. That's my point.
This
like,
is why we always say we don't want you lot to win the league.
it's not even that. Like in a lot of the big games, as much as you're saying, Arsenal haven't gone 1-0 up and just held the lead.
Joe, we did it yesterday. That's the biggest game of our. That's the biggest game That's the biggest game that we played in like.
Yeah, all right.
20
cool.
years.
But I said in a lot of the big. It's like me saying the last week game for PSG was an anomaly because it was. They don't concede goals like that. Like they should have.
PSG. Nah,
don't.
brother. You know PSG are a conceding goal football team.
I said like 4 last week against Bayern Munich.
No, not like that. But they concede
Exactly.
goals.
So this is what my point is. Like,
Nah, they concede goals. Let me even check.
no, they do concede goals, but when they do, they score. If you score 2, they're scoring 5.
Yeah, they might do. PSG, they concede goals though. Like in their league, I can't even class a league. But when they played anyone that they lost to Lyon the other day, they don't care about their league much. You get what I mean? But let's scroll back. Champions League.
My point on that is, there's not been a lot of when you're playing proper good attacking or proper good teams. Obviously, you can count Atletico, so be it. But there's not been a lot of instances where you guys just take the lead and then hold on in proper big matches. Don't get me wrong. I've always prayed. You know me. I've said this season Arsenal's defense is the best in the league, and they're harder to score against. Hence my reason why I believe Arsenal would have won the league ahead of City. Obviously, still to go, but they're in the driving seat. But PSG is just obviously again it's a one match. Anything can happen. Arsenal can of course win, but it's the worst team to face when they can just do wave after wave after wave after wave of attacks and still be good enough defensively. Like they don't have to be great. That's their thing. And you guys' attack isn't wow enough. Obviously, you've got a match winner there. You've got 2 match winners in terms of like Saka for sure. Eze can show he can be a match winner as well, and they'll have to take those key chances. Because if they don't, the wave after wave thing, boy, I think it could potentially be long for you lot. I don't think it will because of how good your defense is. But even like for instance, it might have just been Carabao Cup, but the final, you lot didn't take a 1 or 2 chance in the first half. Second half, when City went wave after wave after wave,
we didn't have a serious
like
that day.
I'd never see you guys didn't even have a chance in the second half. That's how it felt.
Yeah, no. We didn't have a serious team out that day, and Arteta is scared of Pep Guardiola.
What do you mean the serious team?
We didn't have a serious team out that day. Joe, you come on now. Be serious now. Be serious now. We didn't have a serious team out that day.
Oh.
There was no seriousness in that lineup I saw playing at Wembley Stadium.
Hold on, let me get that line.
It was a good enough squad to win.
You're right, probably was. Just want a serious enough team. I saw when I see Havertz up front, I saw they go, okay, well,
It's been done before.
For Chelsea, maybe.
Was that the game? Did Eze miss that game?
Eze, he got hurt before it. Remember, in the midweek. Yeah. When I saw the lineup, I said, yeah, this ain't it.
Yeah. So
I wasn't singing North London Forever before that one.
In terms of obviously that Eze and no Odegaard, but again, Odegaard, you guys haven't rated him at all this season, so
no. You're right.
That was literally it. But in terms of your other stars were there.
Who else was there apart from the centre halves? We had Kepa. The first thing you need to look at is our goalkeeper. Kepa was in the net.
Yeah.
He's good enough to win the match.
Kepa wasn't at fault for either goal. No.
Yes, he was, Joe. He threw the ball in the net.
No,
you remember?
One of them, yeah. Trafford was in goal for City. Do you know what I
That
mean?
don't matter. Trafford was signed as a number one. Trafford was signed as a number one before they signed Donnarumma.
Yeah,
He was
but
going to
we
play.
know that Trafford
But
isn't a number one.
Kepa was once signed as a number one for 70
Kepa
M's.
was
Once, Dej.
I think Kepa's
Once.
still the highest transfer.
Listen,
goal in the world.
if you get signed for 70 mil, your stock doesn't turn bad overnight, bro.
It doesn't even that. My point is that Carabao Cup final, City wave after wave in the second half, and even Arsenal surprised me of how not they accepted it, but it was like, oh shit. Arteta
Hey.
didn't really adjust to that wave after wave, and obviously PSG. My point is PSG can do that for a lot of the game. They will, without a doubt, give up space, and where you have to capitalize. I don't think it's going to be a lot of chances, but you have to take it in it. But again,
PSG will give you 7 chances a game. That's what PSG are on. They're on giving you 7 chances a game.
I mean,
I know, boy.
I'll be real.
Finals different, bro.
it's not even that. You had a similar-ish team last year in a double-legged game against PSG, and there wasn't a lot of chances for you guys.
Oh, in the first leg, brother, we should have scored about 4 goals. This is the problem. When people don't want to finish their dinner. We lost because we didn't want to put the ball in the damn net. And then when you're going back to that Park the Prince, do you have no hope? This is
No, the first
roles
leg
are
was at
reversed.
Park the Prince. The second leg was
No,
at
second
Emirates.
leg. Second leg was there.
No,
First leg was at
second leg.
home. We didn't. Second leg was there. We lost. We
maybe
lost
you're
3-1
right.
aggregate. Yeah. Second.
I
I remember this.
3-1 argument. I just felt
Yeah.
like that.
They won.
Dembele-
They won the second leg 2-1. It was
Yeah.
1-0 first leg. Second leg 2-1.
I thought it was the other way around. Fair.
Yeah, no. If they came to the Emirates with that 1-0 lead, we'd have been singing North London Forever like last night.
I
Because
don't think
the
you are.
passion would have been
And
there.
for me, home or away, that's another. Obviously, this one's neutral settings, but I just thought Bayern were gonna win because there was no Hakimi tonight. But my flip side of it before the game was, oh yeah, Bayern are away. Bayern don't really. I mean, PSG are away. PSG don't really care, bruv. At home they just score more goals, but away they will still bang it goals.
They will. And I'm not arguing with that. Bayern are a test. But I'm just from the perspective of knowing and seeing what I see and what I feel like Arsenal can exploit. I look, you'll see, 30th of May. That's all I gotta say, 30th of May.
So
By then, we should have had the Premier League, and the momentum from that will be carried over.
That will be a big thing. 'Cause obviously,
you having a
Premier
watch
League.
party then.
The Premier League's done before the weekend before, innit? I was just seeing
think
the
about it.
kickoff for the Champions League finals at 5 o'clock as well. It's early.
That's even better. They're not used to playing that early in France. You know, them man like to play at 10 p.m. and all that sort of stuff. They're not used to it. We're used to that 5 p.m. kickoff.
They do.
No, Joe. You know they're used to playing at 9, 10 o'clock, man. We're used to playing at 5.
Bro.
No, they're not
See how
used to
we
it.
have soccer
PSG.
Saturday? They have their early
Huh?
kickoffs as well, bro. On
Yeah,
the
yeah, they
Saturday.
might have their 1 and 2s, but they're not used to the 5 o'clock thing. Not on a Saturday. That's Arsenal's game. That's our prime time.
Man's just trying to think of every little thing to
Hey,
give them
you have to take every
advantage.
little advantage that you can.
You know,
PSG aren't used to
you
playing at
sound
that
like-
time. They used to play at the night time. The crowd can
sound like
get
Arteta,
riled
man.
up. I'm telling you,
Fire.
don't worry.
Fire.
Don't worry about it. Because you see, if we, and let me not say if we, but I'm gonna say if. I'm gonna say if we win like 3-1 on that day, I want no words from no one because I'm gonna just sit and say this is what we wanted. PSG will score a goal. We will just score more.
For a team that hasn't been scoring a lot recently, well, even though you won 3-0,
Hey,
before
Dej,
that,
scored 5 goals in the last three games.
5 goals in the last 3 games.
That's what we
Yeah,
needed. And
because of the 3-0 Fulham.
Yeah,
That's
the
right.
3-0 gave him a boost, boy.
we scored 5 goals in the last 3 games.
PSG scored 5 goals last week in
That's
one
fine.
game.
They can see the 4. They can see the 4. They can see the 4. Guess what Arsenal have done?
I'm not even
Scored
going to talk
5
about that
and
Fulham
conceded.
game. I saw a clip of Bassi and Iwobi. Obviously, it wasn't from that game, but they were celebrating an Arsenal result from a previous game on the coach. I was like,
Damn right.
I was like, one, them men are Arsenal, man. Them two, Fulham have checked out, but you lot would have beaten them anyway, regardless.
Don't
They
worry
might have
about
already
it, man.
booked their holidays, man.
That's what. Look, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. But
That
guess what?
in the league running, I never even looked at that game. I just said the possible testy one because you're running compared to City's was and is easier, um, but your trickiest one will be West Ham, which is weird because the last couple of years you guys go to the London Stadium and you look absolutely batter them. The only difference is now they're actually really playing for their lives. So
It
it
don't
may
matter.
be tricky, but I still think you lot will win that game. Like,
It don't matter. I saw them trying to play for their lives against Leeds the other week. They didn't look like they were really trying to play for their not Leeds. Whoever they played. They played someone at London Stadium the other week, and I watched them, and they were trying to play for their lives. And I was like, you guys just look like you're relegated already. They ain't got no hope. They ain't got no hope. I'll be real. As much as I thought West Ham would do something, it was last week they had to do something.
against Brentford went away.
Yeah,
On the weekend they lost what 3-0 in it.
3-0. And if Brentford are giving them free, Arsenal gonna double it up.
Wait, hey Joe, we haven't heard this Jacob in a while, you know.
I did.
I don't even know what to do right now.
I don't know.
No, Arsenal. You better talk about West Ham versus Arsenal. You know,
It's not
I'm
even
talking about
that.
PSG right now.
Did they come and give you some anesthetic for your Achilles today?
Bro,
That you're
that
high on life
medicine,
right now.
we need to check it out.
No.
Doctor might say tomorrow, oh, we gave you the wrong medicine.
I ain't taking no medicine at all. I'm just happy,
I know
happy and
you're
happy and
definitely
happy.
happy.
And Arsenal have done something we haven't done in 20 years, and we will, as I said, we will be there. You have to be there. We're not
No,
going to be Inter Milan.
it's the fact that you definitely won't be into. It's the fact that like you guys are fully on for the double. I think is this the first time you've ever been you've been on? Because 2006 Champions League final, what was the league standing then? Who won the?
No, we didn't win the league.
We,
I
we
like.
probably won it. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
think I think Chelsea won the
Chelsea.
league.
Yeah,
If I'm not
probably.
mistaken, yeah, because I think they done 5 and 6, yeah. Then we won 7, 8, 9, yeah.
Can let me say something? Remember when Chelsea won the Champions League against Bayern Munich?
Mm-hmm.
Drogba, you remember the game.
Yeah.
Who gave Chelsea a hope in hell to win that game?
It's so funny. I said this in my United chat today when 1 or 2 were dismissing Arsenal. And I was like, we saw what Chelsea done to win their first Champions League in that exact same final. Obviously,
was in
Bayern
Bayern
were the
Stadium.
better team, and then Chelsea were even more chaotic in terms of
They were playing Ryan Bertrand first appearance. He debuted in the Champions League final, did he not?
caretaker manager. But then the not the difference or the flip side, you've got their core was crazy experienced. And then you've got Drogba, who's literally he's a cheat code in finals. Drogba in finals is what puts his name higher than it should be in my regards in terms of Premier League strikers.
No, of course, because really and truly, his numbers are very
Pedestrian.
average. Yeah, very average. But
for a top striker, because he was a top striker in terms of his all-round play.
yeah, on actually put the ball in the net, he is not a top striker at all. But for all-round football play, yes, 100%. Put the ball in the net, him and Adebayor are close, and that's not even being disrespectful.
I was just about to say, which one would you rather have?
Yeah, for putting the ball in the net, give me Adebayor because one puts the ball in the net more. But as a player, I want Drogba on my side. But if you look at that final, and then even if you look at the Liverpool final when they played against AC Milan, you know the one I'm talking about, the comeback. You look at the finals. A lot of the finals are one-sided games, and the team that everyone's leaning towards don't win. And everyone said, I even was one when I saw PSG versus Bayern Munich last week, and there was a 5-4. I said, oh, if Arsenal got to buck one of these teams, it could be a long day. But I also sat there and went, well, it's a final. It's one day. It's 190 minutes. It's not NBA. It's not a game. It's not 7 games. You ain't got to play someone to win 4 times. You got to win today on this 90 minutes. It's whoever turns up better on that day. All these PSG players could be slipping over themselves, tripping up that day. They just can't control the ball just for the one day. That day's passed and Arsenal win Champions League. That's how it works.
You're not wrong. And all the Arsenal players could be slipping up that day as well.
Correct.
Just checking that it can happen both ways.
No, it can. It can happen both ways. But all I'm saying is, on the one-off game, bro.
Oh no, that I don't deny. Like you're in it, so you've got a chance. And because
Do you know what?
how
Do you
solid
know what
your
I'm gonna
defense
use?
is.
I'm gonna use even better analogy because I played in the game. I played against Ipswich. You guys know about this game. Played against Ipswich in the FA Cup. We didn't have a hope in hell to win. I'm even talking about people in our own change room didn't think we're gonna win. Oh, it's just a great day out. We went up in there. We win 2-1. And we're talking about Maidstone and Ipswich. Arsenal PSG at same level. Do you get what I mean in terms of like world football? What we're talking about down here and up here. We're now talking about level playing field. It don't take much. One mistake, you saw Mark Gay
No,
the other day. One mistake, one bit of momentum, momentum, game flips.
That was
Arsenal.
that was a, that was a Palace mistake from him, boy.
Hey,
but even
Dej.
at Palace, he didn't make that type of mistake.
Dej.
Nah.
Marquinhos got it in him. Pacho got it in him.
Yeah,
Everyone got it
Gabriel,
in them. Saliba,
Gabriel,
Gabriel,
Saliba.
Raya. That
I mean,
goalkeeper that PSG are playing right now, he definitely got it in him because
oh,
some of the
South
stuff he does.
100%, bruv. That
Yeah.
I would not deny. But even you guys,
So,
Saliba's header
Yeah, he's
back,
he's
and
been
then
shaky, man.
Simeone gets across some in front. Sorry, some people say Gabriel fouled him, others whatever. Even though Simeone should have still scored anyway, but like all of these players have it in them in these moments. Obviously, different
exactly.
is PSG have been there from winning it last year, but if you guys win the league, it will then help you guys momentum wise. So going into that game,
And our players have been in finals. Our players have played in big like European for Euros. That like Saka's been in finals.
yeah,
Saka's
but
been
like
in big moments.
Yeah,
I'm
these
no,
just
are
saying.
World
I'm
Cup
just
though.
saying.
no, obviously, like
Havertz has won the Champions League.
you're gonna get to games like this where there's gonna be some players in it, but like they're the holders, so they're basically if they play the same starting 11, it's the whole 11 bar the keeper that's been in it. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, the keeper could be the most important man.
Yeah, it's true, but
You
like
saw Carriers for away of a Champions League final.
But they got 10 people that can carry the keeper through.
Hey, Liverpool thought the same.
they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, rim job.
Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
right.
Liverpool
Oh
thought the
my
same.
gosh.
Don't get me. I'm
Liverpool.
not even trying to burst your bubble or any kind of optimism, but this
You can't burst my bubble. Don't worry about it. You can say whatever you want.
we can see because
You
you're
cannot
naming
burst anything in
every.
this one.
I'm surprised you haven't named the NFL and NBA underdogs in the last 20 years that had won the
Bro,
Super Bowl. The
he's
NBA.
he's
Hey,
hacking
I already
everything
told you
at
guys
it.
about the Sixers. And I heard Dej telling me the process is over. Well, the process is clearly intact, even though they're beat
I ain't gonna
again,
that
obviously.
thing is over, bro.
Well, you said it again. They're going to probably win. Embiid's out again today, so,
Yep.
Embiid's out for the next game. But,
Process is done.
Dej, you keep saying the process. Every time the process is done, it just picks up.
I mean,
Process.
what's the saying about the clock that they say?
Which
The
one?
clock
You can't beat Father
can be,
Time.
nah, can be wrong twice a day or I can't even remember. But
Oh, something about the times always. Yeah. The clock's wrong twice a day or something like that. I know which one you're talking about.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I don't know that one.
But they're just still,
no,
they're
that's
just still.
even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
You
There you
know,
go.
obviously for me, in terms of the Champions League final, I've always said you guys could win it because you're there. Do you know what I mean? And you're a high level team. You are one of the best teams in Europe. I just think PSG are favourites, and I felt like Bayern would have been the better matchup for you guys. But
I
again,
think PSG favorites as well. But that don't mean nothing.
if anything, if they have a bad week leading up to it in terms of players and all that stuff, obviously, fingers crossed, both teams are actually as healthy as possible. So
No. I want them to turn up with their best team.
well,
This isn't
you
one
did
of
say
the.
earlier you hope Hakimi will be out.
Yeah. I hope Hakimi's, but if he's not to 100%, rest. Play Emery. That's what I really do want. But I really want them to turn up with their best team. I told you at the start of this episode, to be the man, you've got to beat the man. We wanted them. We wanted them. We've got them. We will see you on the 30th of May.
Wait, I just
Paris
want to see an
Saint-Germain.
entertaining match. That's what I want
I
to
don't
see.
care if the game is not entertaining. Most Champions League finals have not been fun to watch for the past like 5 years. I'll be real. They've been like stalemate games.
Flip side is if PSG win, there needs to be conversations of them as where they rank as an all-time Champions League team. And that goes with like in terms of conversations with Real Madrid's three-peat team, maybe even Pep's Barca team, because mate, for them, this what Enrique is doing. He'll do something Pep hasn't done, and that's gone back to back as a Champions League winner. And not many managers can say that
I don't know
Nah,
if
not
you
many.
can
because
put them in that discussion.
Enrique is literally trying to dismantle every Pep kind of record he can. And obviously, he's in France, so league-wise, it's a bit different. But in terms of like Champions League, I can't remember what I saw last week that he overtook Pep in. I don't know if it was a percentage thing, but yeah, boy. I mean, yeah, if PSG win it, boy. And and another thing that will also show is sometimes you need to get rid of the best products in your team or in your sphere, i.e. Kylian Mbappe. I'm not coming to jump on Kylian Mbappe, but since he's left,
There's just been
PSG
so
are
much
in
better.
back-to-back Champions League finals.
I just don't think he bought into what they were doing. If he bought into what they were doing, they'd just be the best team in the world by a country mile. They still kind of are, but you get what I mean. I think they'd be the best team in the world by a country mile if he bought into what they wanted in terms of the running aspect. But I feel like because he played with Neymar and Messi, and he got the fact they were like, bro, you don't run, you just attack. Yeah, he got that in his mind. Like, yeah, bro, I'm not, I ain't doing none of that nonsense that them man get paid to do. I get paid to score goals and go this way. You men get paid to defend. I think he adopted that mentality and took that in to the next managerial change. And it was like, nah, bro, you need to get on board or get out of here. And he wasn't getting on board with that.
Because even the clip where they're doing like some form of analysis and Enrique speaking to him, I can't remember what he says to him, but obviously at the time it went viral, and it's kind of showing more. So I think he was basically saying to him about the running back aspects as well.
Yeah.
Like in PSG, and again, like a lot of the you see it with Arsenal as well. Like everyone's bought in, but PSG, everyone is really bought into what Enrique's doing. Like in
Yeah,
terms
it's
of
been a
like
fresh start.
the intensity, the tempo, like bro, and it's just where it's and with Mbappe is now you're even reading more stuff that's coming out of Madrid. Won the
But
petition that defends. Go on, sorry.
I'm not gonna sit up here and move like he's still not the best player in the world, though. He's
I've
still the he's
always said, oh yeah, he
he's
basically is more or less, but it's like, bro, it's not look. It's not that it's not looking good, but it kind of is not looking good, bro. Like everything that is coming out of Madrid the last couple of weeks. Obviously, we know certain things are being exaggerated and stuff like that, but it's like, bro. And
you
the
know
thing with
Madrid though.
players of that caliber, because they cost so much money and they're on so much wages, it's even harder for them to leave.
Of course, they're not getting rid of him. Madrid don't
Like
work without superstars. Madrid is like the Lakers. You need superstars there for it to work. Do you get what I mean? So he's not going anywhere. It'd just be a case of infrastructure and people behind the scenes having to change. They're not getting rid of Mbappe because if they get rid of Mbappe, where does he actually go? Barcelona. And then
they,
you're really
the broke boys, they can't afford him.
no. I know, but like, where does he go? Because where's
He could
next for
only
him?
literally
City.
go back to PSG or if an English club just spent all their peas on him, because obviously
Yeah.
one of the big English clubs could do it, but like
I think Real Madrid is his home now, bro. But I feel like they need to
it is, but there's a
they need to
lot of
buy into him as well as he has to buy into them as well. I think it's going to be a
Uh,
two-way thing.
it depends how long they go. If they go next season without something like that, well, without any buy-in, oh no, sorry, without any trophy, sorry, then that conversation will need to be had because it will now have been 3 years, no challenge for nothing.
and again, he leaves PSG, they win. He joins Real Madrid, they don't win. Because before he joined Real Madrid as the double champions. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, remember, Real
Especially the
But
Madrid
way he
didn't really
joined
have
them
a
as well.
striker the season before, and everyone was brought in.
but we do know that they were falling off before he joined. Remember the year they won the Champions League when they did a mad thing, but they were playing back like when they beat City and Pens and that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
and they were moving crazy and they won the Champions League. They were falling off at that point because
Uh,
Arsenal went. Remember Arsenal dealt with them. We gave them 5 the
No,
next year.
They've
that
been
was
prone to
the year
shit
he
results,
joined.
though.
You gave them 5
Mbappe,
his year. That was last season,
was
bro.
he? Mbappe weren't playing.
He was. When Rice scored the 2 free kicks at home, Mbappe even after one of Rice's free
Oh, he
kicks,
was
Mbappe
playing.
basically did the facial expression of fair enough. That was a good free kick.
Yeah. But I feel like they were going downhill the year before, and they brought Mbappe to boost up
No,
whatever
they
they
won the
thought.
double the year before.
I know they did, but remember the way they were playing, Joe. I know they won, and this all that matters is the winning. But they were playing like this PSG side. It didn't look good enough for a PSG. No, I say PSG for a Real Madrid side. Do you get what I mean? It
I
didn't.
think that's more so because they didn't have a designated centre forward. But like
Yeah, they were playing anyone up there.
they
Jude
still
Bellingham was
saw it
playing there
over
half the time.
because even it was the Bayern Munich game when Alfonso Davis gave Bayern the lead at the Bernabeu, and then Hosselu came on and scored the
Yeah.
2 late
I
goals
remember.
and they won it.
Yeah.
But like the cohesion within the team, obviously for them, and it probably hasn't been spoken about as much. Losing Tony
Ancelotti.
Cruz was a big
Ancelotti
thing
as well.
in terms of Ancelotti was there last season, bro.
No, but I think losing him is a problem
It is, but
because
Mbappe was with Ancelotti as well. I'm
but
talking
for
like
like one season.
yeah, but like the season before he came, it's more so you can't replace Tony Cruz because obviously he retired. That's
Modric
different.
left.
But then Vinny and Jude, they were on a different wavelength. But Bellingham's first season was a joke, and the team, like, again, it probably helps when you've got the likes of Cruz and Modric coming off the
Modric.
bench to see things through as a leadership aspect. But since Mbappe's come to Madrid, it seems a bit more, everything's just up in the air. Like even I was seeing a clip today of I think was it his final season in PSG. There was a counter attack, and I think Vitinha didn't pass to him on the left, and he literally just went like that, waved his hand. He didn't even look at the direction of the pitch. If he ran, whoever got the shot off that Vitinha played could have actually crossed it into Mbappe. And those kind of things are channeling like into how Madrid have been over the last 2 years. I'm not blaming how they've played on him, but the team doesn't seem to be effective with him or the shape. Like, because you're, again, it seems like they're forcing to play him and Vinny, obviously Mbappe up top, but you know Mbappe wants to play on the left. Him and Vinny are trying to make it work. The animosity is not there between them two, but the
It's between the
squad,
club and him.
the
But
squad
he's still the top goal scorer in the Liga. Like he this is the thing though. Like why I say you have to kind of cater to him in a way is because he's still the top goal scorer in the Liga. He's still like the
Yeah, but in a
main
league that
man.
they'll win anyway. Or not a league that they'll win. Sorry, a league that a Real Madrid player will be top scorer in anyway.
No, because you got the Barcelona man there now. You get what
Nah,
I
in this
mean?
current day
Like
and
like
age,
who?
someone like Mbappe should be getting the Pichichi award. Like
No, I'm
Lewandowski
not saying he
doesn't
shouldn't be,
play
but
every
I'm
week, all that stuff.
I'm talking like bro. You dead? You say like who?
Yeah,
Oh, Lewandowski, if he was played every game, but we know we don't
he
play
don't
every
play
game
every game.
anymore. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Fair,
so
sorry.
the
Hey,
opportunity is there for him to get the
he
top
scored
goal scorer.
24 goals though. It's not like it's small.
No, again,
Yeah, but
I'm not dismissing that,
there
but
ain't
like
much of a challenge for goal scorers in that
it
league, bro.
basically like how Mbappe is for Madrid, it seems like a great scorer in the NBA, but their team's not doing much. They'll be an all-star. They'll be all NBA because of their numbers. But in terms of the team aspect,
It's not great, man.
it's not
I hear
great.
you.
And I'm not blaming Madrid's failure on him, but since he's arrived,
That's just the
like
era they're in, isn't it?
now it's just like, all right, things are kind of pointing more towards you in terms of one, the way the team are playing, because the team definitely tried to cater to him. Two, they're not happy with certain things. Even last week when he flew abroad whilst injured and stuff like that. Obviously, a lot of the time clubs agree that kind of stuff. The way the comms have come out is as if that kind of stuff weren't agreed. His relationship with Xabi Alonso, supposedly, all this stuff is just like, again, not just him, because there's other players that had their issues. Rudiger punched, I think, someone. And then today they said that Valverde and Tchouaméni were in a fight as well. So everything's just going crazy, bro.
It's dysfunctional out there in Madrid right now, basically. There's major dysfunction because I feel like this happens every year and all the stuff that we're hearing about, we wouldn't usually hear about because what are they usually doing? They'll be in a Champions League final.
We said when Madrid stuff.
No, we do hear about it, but like
we don't hesitate. Now is the non-master people that I'm seeing talk about Madrid even more, and I'm like, raw. And again, there's a lot of fingers in this pie of chaos, but there is a common denominator.
So you're blaming Mbappe for...
I'm not blaming Mbappe. I'm just saying, since because I don't like to blame players, especially not I don't like to blame players, but I always say superstars. You do have to cater to them in some aspects. They do need certain leeways, but if you enable certain things for way too long, and there's no results, bro, that's all I'm saying. 2 years he's been there, no trophies. They won the double before. The previous team he leaves, they potentially doing back-to-back Champions League final. And like you said, if he bought in at PSG, they would be on top of the world. Well, he would be on top of the world with them because they're on top of the world.
Pretty much.
No, I stand by that. I just feel like he left PSG and he thought, boy, you guys aren't going to be able to do a damn thing without me because looking outside in, I would have thought the same thing. I was thinking, bro, they're going to win the league. That's what I was thinking. They're going to win the league, but they win the league near enough every year anyway. So I was just like, outside of that, are they going to be able to win the Champions League? As I said, Ousmane Dembele is one of my favorite football players, but I didn't know if he was going to be able to stay fit enough to carry them. Do you get what I mean?
I agree. And obviously,
I didn't know Vitinha was going to start doing
They
this.
hadn't signed Quavo until Jan. They signed him.
Yes, like a lot of the people that were there, I was like, I feel like Mbappe did a lot of the work
heading
for them.
into the season, heading into last season. I agree with you because they just signed Doué. No, obviously he was a talent. He was a kid, so we didn't know what to expect. Like you said, Dembele, we didn't know he was going to be Ballon d'Or level, and then they brought in Quavo to basically win the Champions League, and they were decisive. But everyone was locked in. Everyone was bought in.
They were. And they had Donnarumma in goal. They had a great team. It was just like, I just didn't feel like Mbappe, because Mbappe was a man that was the one that was scoring all their goals. I was like, where the hell are their goals coming from? Who's going to be doing this in the Champions League? Who's going to be able to take over a game? And I said, Ousmane Dembele can do that. I just think health was against him. But that man stayed healthy and he's been one of the best players in the world. So that's my guy.
Can't beat it. And on the 30th of May...
You want my guy on the 1st of May, but he'll be my guy on the 1st.
Budapest. I think I saw someone tweet today saying they looked at flights for Budapest this weekend and it was like £65, but for the weekend of the Champions League final it was like 900 quid.
Yep.
You better fly to a name.
Arsenal tax.
Bearing in mind, the Arsenal fans in one of my chats, one of them put flights up straight after the game yesterday, and they were like minimum 550 or so.
People should have just booked the flight before for £65, and then
no, I'm saying £65 was for this weekend. This weekend coming up.
Oh no, but I mean, people should have booked the flights when we got to the semi-final.
Oh yeah,
and just cancelled them.
Pay that extra insurance just in case.
Yeah, it's £3.50. You get what I mean? It's Wizz Air anyway. It's literally Wizz Air to Budapest.
Because I see one post today that said the parade is going to be on Sunday, the following day. And then someone's like, oh, what about the fans in Budapest? They're not going to be able to make it. But I think because of the World Cup and all the scheduling, that's the only day they can do the parade on the 31st of May.
That's fine by me.
Interesting.
We will be there with 2 trophies above our heads, smiling.
I just wanted to draw him out to say that.
We will be there. Hey, we'll be there. 2 trophies. You have to believe, man. You have to believe. I
You
know
know
you
what?
Man United fans knew you were going to
I
lose to
remember.
Barcelona
I remember
when you
last
went and played them
season.
at Wembley.
All right, here we go.
Last
No,
season,
no,
Jacob said
You can only
we will
say
beat
that at
them.
hindsight now.
no. But I said I knew. And you man went into that game thinking. Did you? You man thought you were going to win that game, right?
No, it was a very tough task. But I
Yeah, but you
know if
thought.
there
Tall
was one
order,
team
but
that could pull something off, it was us.
Okay, so you thought you were going to win. Unfortunately, you came up against the best player you've ever seen on the planet Earth, and he played like the best player you've ever seen on planet Earth. Fortunately for Arsenal, PSG ain't got no best player on planet Earth
Yeah,
that
no,
ever
no,
lived.
fact. That's what I'm saying. It's different kettle of
So
fish. Like then we were facing the best team in football, and the best
maybe
player in the
ever.
world.
You may be
Yeah,
playing
the
the
best
best
team
team
in
ever in
football
football.
ever, best player in the world, and we just lost our best player as well. Oh no, was that 2011?
Nah, that was the one
it
before.
was
I'm not talking about the one where Messi headed it top corner. I'm talking about the one at Wembley.
No, no, I'm talking about Wembley one. But I was
Wembley.
You had
thinking,
Rooney.
was the Wembley one the year after Ronaldo left? But I think it was 2 years.
Ronaldo weren't there for that one.
No, no, I know he weren't there. I'm saying we lost our best player the year before. But
Oh
I'm,
yeah,
s-
yeah, but that wasn't
I
gonna
think
matter
we
anyway.
lost
I'll
him
be
like
real.
2 years before. Because if I'm not mistaken, we did 3 Champions League in 4 years. I might be wrong. Finals.
Are you? Oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
might be
because
right because you
we've done
beat
the
Chelsea
Chelsea
in
one
one,
and
right?
2 Barca's, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chelsea 08, Barca 09, and then Barca 11. And 11 was without Ronaldo.
Yeah, there's
Ronaldo
one where it
left
was
in
wearing the
9.
Because you
white
beat
kit.
us in the semi-final of one of them.
Yeah, I can't remember. I
When
think
Ronaldo was there. When Ronaldo was there.
That was the one we won though.
Yeah, he
was
scored a
it?
free kick.
Yeah, that was the one we won, and that mad counter attack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember it.
Yeah.
It's all
Can't
right.
see that post today. Was that
You man's
17?
football ain't like that
No,
anymore.
that Ronaldo one, that Ronaldo free kick, I think was the Barca final we lost.
So it was the next year.
Yeah, I think that was his last season, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. I felt like I saw a post today say 17 years ago today, Ronaldo's free kick.
So you man only won one Champions League in that time then?
In that stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because
Oh.
we were facing the best team ever.
Hey, I didn't say anything. I just said you only won one Champions League.
Yeah. Obviously, we got, in our history, we got, is it 3? 2 in my lifetime.
This is great. Arsenal going to get the first, and hopefully we do it again. And I can say 2 in my lifetime too.
Man hasn't even won one there, Jenny's.
I know he's already planning.
It's all right. It's all right. You know what
He's already
Arsenal, what
planning
you
ahead.
guys are going through right now is what I've been going through with Arsenal my whole life. As Man United fans, what you're going through is what I've had to go through with Arsenal.
So yeah, that Ronaldo free kick one that was the year we lost to Barca because it was 2009. So that was Ronaldo's last year. 5th of May.
It's come up to 20 years, man.
They robbed us. Darren Fletcher getting sent off that game at the Emirates for a clear challenge on Fabregas and straight red.
What do you mean you won?
Yeah, but he missed the final.
What was Fletcher gonna?
That's a
Bro,
Fletch.
you don't know what kind of squad we had, you know.
That's a Fletch.
You know what kind of squad we
that's a
had, bro.
Fletch.
You think you hear the name Fletcher and you think, what's he gonna do? But I'm telling you, bro. He does
What was
bit.
Fletcher gonna change against Iniesta,
That's a
Xavi,
Fletch.
Busquets?
Dad, when you thought we beat Arsenal in the semi 08, the year we won it, I think we beat Barca in the semi, if I'm not mistaken.
We beat Barca in the semi. It was a pen.
Nah, Paul Scholes scored a banger. It was 0-0 at Camp Nou.
The volley.
Nah, it wasn't a volley. It was 0-0 at Camp Nou. They came to Old Trafford.
Yeah,
and
we
then
beat
Scholes
them.
scored a banger and we shot up shot. And then we just about held Messi and go off.
Basically, what Chelsea did when they won it.
Yeah, but obviously ours was 2 legs on Barca, innit?
Yeah. No. I'm talking about when Chelsea won it. Remember when Chelsea won it at Barca when they did the Barca thing as well?
What when Fernando Torres lobbed the keeper?
The Torres
Yeah.
one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But this one, we actually kept clean sheets both games. We actually kept, and that's when we like, shit, Messi's really the best player in the world. We better watch. But Ronaldo was going neck and neck, and like, yeah, god damn it. But hey, sometimes no, this is you guys' potential time, innit? So
It is. It's not potential. It is the time.
Wait.
It
All
can't
right.
be potential because we're there. It is the time. It's the time.
Okay.
There's no
Okay,
time like
brother.
today.
Okay, brother.
So on the league, do you think you're gonna win it before it's gonna be wrapped up before you face Crystal Palace on the final day?
Uh,
Because your remaining games are West Ham away, Burnley at home, and then Palace away. Obviously, if Palace make Conference League final, the Conference League finals couple days after that, so they're likely not
that's
gonna.
what it depends on. That's what it depends on. It depends on Villa's result tomorrow. Tomorrow night is gonna. I'm not gonna make a decision on that yet. Tomorrow night will be my decision making on all of the rest of the games because then I'll know what people if people are resting their players or not resting their players. You get what I mean?
But the only team that you guys have to worry about in terms of resting is Palace.
Oh no, I'm not talking about for us. I'm talking about
For
like yeah. I think Arsenal win all the rest of their games. I'm talking about for Man City.
well, if you
So
win the rest of your games, it doesn't even matter what City do.
yeah, but what you asked me is if we'll win it before.
Okay, cool. Yeah, fair.
You get what I
Yeah,
mean?
because City, Brentford at home, they finally
Yeah.
rescheduled the Palace game. Palace at home.
See
Then they
what I
got
mean?
FA Cup final in between Palace and Bournemouth away, and then Villa at home.
But in my mind, if Palace needs like Palace need to win one game to kind of stay in the Prem. You get guarantee
Yeah,
themselves staying in the Prem.
they're
And
currently
then
7 points ahead of West Ham. Of West Ham, and there's 3 games left.
yeah, so we beat West Ham, then Palace is staying in the Prem, regardless. But Palace, I think, play before us. Do they not? They play on Saturday.
Uh, 10th. When's the 10th? Sunday. They play
Also,
Sunday.
Palace just play before us on
Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah, because they're playing on Thursday, so they'll play Sunday.
Right. So if Palace win on Sunday before us, they're staying in the Prem.
Yeah.
So from there, I'll kind of know what they're about to do. Do you get what I mean? Because they could just play a weakened team against Man City. No, there's no reason to do it, but they're just now focusing purely on that Conference League final because that puts them in the Europa League because they're not getting a Europa League from their Premier League finishing position. Aston Villa, if they lose, boy, if they lose tomorrow night, same thing.
Yeah. Because they've got Champions League anyway in the league.
But because Brentford and that are breathing down their necks, you get what I mean. Brentford and whoever's behind
So
them, Bournemouth.
Bournemouth are 6 points behind them. Brentford are 7 points behind them. But again,
But
they
that's
just need to win one game more or less.
but Aston Villa been I've been watching them last 2 3 weeks,
Yeah, they've
bro.
lost their last 3 games
They've not been great
in
at
all
all. So
comps.
I don't know what their plan is for the next couple of weeks in terms of what they want to do. They tried to play
Their
a B team
their
against
running is obviously Europa League, but then Burnley away, Liverpool at home, and then Man City away.
see what I mean? And they need to kind of win two of those three.
Yeah.
And if they don't, you could be in a problem because I don't see Bournemouth are a tricky team. They don't lose. They're in the best. They're like the best form team right now. Um,
You lot keep
Brentford
going.
are
Give me a
just
minute.
yeah. Brentford are just nasty to play against, and they could do a thing. So yeah, man, it's is what it is. But
The
North
only
London
thing,
forever, man.
the only thing that really matters now is if you guys can bring it home. Aston Villa, if somehow they miss out on on champs, then they really deserve to miss out on it because them allowing Tottenham to beat them like that was a bit weird.
But they
They,
played a B team, you know.
they could even be investigated for match fixing as well because
They
that is
played
something that you don't even expect.
no. But you know what it made me realize though, everyone's squad depth isn't what they think it is in the Premier League. Like a lot of second teams can't
You
go
see
out and
squad
play.
depth, yeah. Squad depth only works if you utilize your squad properly. Because yeah, if you spend 5 weeks as an unused sub or 5 weeks in the second team, when it's time to play first team, there's no rhythm for you.
Nothing at all.
There's just nothing for you. So how do you expect someone to perform the way they want to perform and be a part of the first team at the same time? No, man, there's requirements to being in the first team, and that's play. Even if you play as a sub, 30 minutes for like 3 weeks, bro, you be in a better position than if you was an unused sub or not in the game day squad for 2 weeks. In fact,
100%.
You've been in a way better position.
100%.
That's what's hurt. That's what's hurt people. Well, that's what's hurt teams for me anyway. Just the lack of utilization of their squad. Because that's what a
You can
squad's for, man.
you can see it, and especially when they're just trying to throw them in these random EFL Cup games and FA Cup games that aren't the same level of intensity as the Premier League, and then you're trying to throw them all in
At one time, you're gonna get
yeah,
immediate
at the
performance.
back end of the season. I'm like, you can't make
There's no one to rise the levels.
no. And then you're leaving like 2 or 3 starters that play every weekend, but they don't even know how to play with these guys because all they do is play them in training.
Do you know what I mean?
And it don't look. The one team that did it well this weekend was Nottingham Forest. They did it real well against Chelsea.
Yeah,
But
they've done
Chelsea,
all right, but they got lucky though.
Chelsea are a disgrace.
yeah, that's literally it. Because they switched they switched their whole team, bro. They were moving like it's preseason. They're bringing on man at 45 and 50 minutes. Like, okay, cool, get your minutes in so Thursday you're ready to play. They treated like a training session and slapped them,
They're tanking.
Bro,
Man.
they said pass the pad with our second 11 at your ground.
And that was Chelsea's first 11 with obviously the young boy they've had.
Yeah.
Great prayers up for him because obviously head injury, but Chelsea could have. Chelsea's a whole. We could have a whole literally episode on Chelsea because I don't know what's going on at that football club. But you're right in saying what you said there. Squad depth is key, and not using your squad in the Prem is crazy.
Bro, it can hurt you just as much as it can help you. Mm-hmm. You can't look at them when it's too late for them to dig out a result, bro. That's really a miracle that you're asking for.
100%.
So,
At Villa especially. Them man weren't in form. Sancho hasn't played well all year. Respectfully, I love him as a player, but I don't think he's played well all year. You got Leon Bailey that was on the bench, but he probably should have started in that kind of game. You got players like Ian Matson. They come on. He's a fullback. He comes on sporadically because Lucas Digne is the main. Do you get what I mean? Like there was Ross Barkley was playing. It was just so many Tyro Mings, Lindelof. I was watching like, bro.
they
This
just
is
ruined
not right.
the continuity of the squad.
Some of them man looked like they couldn't kick ball.
Yeah, because when you don't do it regular, you can't just it's not a plug and play situation for football.
Yeah.
Oh no, are you talking about the team against Spurs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the lack of like other teams just utilizing their squads.
To be fair, Villa actually have more than most this season.
It didn't look like it.
Because a lot of the players that you named, Lindelof's done a stretch of playing. Sancho's played a lot of games this season. He hasn't started as much, but he's played a lot of games. Barkley as well, of recent.
When you say they've done a stretch, are you talking about like they've done a stretch of like 10 games and then sat on the bench for 10 games?
Lindelof, I can't fully remember because I know Villa have rotated, but I remember the stretch when it was him and Konsa playing. Then I can't remember in terms of the rotation aspect. But Emery, that's one thing I'll give him credit more than other managers. He's used his squad more.
Right. So why did they look like they looked? Obviously, I feel like they threw all their squad players on at the same time. That might have been it. You know how like they used them.
Kind of similar to what you said with Forest. Forest did the exact same where they changed their complete 11. I was like, they really just looking forward to the Villa game, but then they slapped. So I think that's more of a like negative on Chelsea than it is a pro on Forest. Not to diminish Forest, do you know what I mean?
I just feel like the Forest players wanted and understood the opportunity to maybe, it's not even maybe, but to maybe get in the team and just be seen. You get what I mean? The Villa players just all look like they just were like, oh, we're not going to play on Thursday night anyway.
Of recent, the Forest team, like when I'd say not the lot, maybe it was the last round, but definitely the round before, they weren't playing their strongest team anyway. So a few of those players had played like Europa, for instance. But again, like when now Europa's become attainable because now they're kind of safe in the Prem, it's looking a bit better for them. So, but again, like Emery has kind of, he's given more rotation than I'd probably say any other manager that's played the amount of games that he's played.
Right. very interesting
Villa just
conversation on
always have
squads.
stretches of they could go on a great purple patch of winning games, like you said, i.e. when they were challenging for the league just before Christmas, and then they go on a stretch of losing games as well. Like they
Yeah.
always kind of show you, not in a bad way, but they're not there. Do you know what I mean? You might have people might get gassed saying, oh, can they compete for the league, when we kind of knew they wouldn't. And then when they go back down to form and have their losing stretch, no one really cares, not in a rude way. Do you know what I mean?
It's weird that though, because they're actually a big football club. Like
They are, but
they're actually,
they still can't compete with the main.
but they
boys.
have the money to.
We're not seeing it yet like that. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think we're gonna see it though. I think Emery can get you to a point, and then that point is where you're gonna stop at. I think we saw it at Arsenal. We can get you to a point. I think we saw it at Villarreal, Valencia, wherever he was. He can get you to like winning a European competition, but in the league, he can only get you to a point, and then it's gonna be, yeah, you're not going any further than this. So it might be managerial change they might have to make. I like Emery, so I don't want him to be out without a job, and I think he's the best manager Villa have had in a long time. But I feel if they want to go a step further, they got to sign someone of the caliber, because they've got a caliber of players, bro. They've got a team that can, let me not say title challenge, but should be in and around top three each year. Their squad tells you they could be in and around top three each year.
No, but they're kind of in and around top three. Like,
Not every year though.
they're just at the around part.
But where are they now? They're currently fifth, same points as Liverpool.
But if you look at their squad, man for man, like
They're at the max of where they belong for me anyway.
bro, they got one of the best goalkeepers in the world in Emi Martinez.
Yeah,
They got Ezri Konsa is one of the best centre backs in the Premier League.
yeah, but he is, but I won't say he's like. There's many that not many, but there is some that can. He's not in the world class. Like they've not got no one close to the world class bracket for me.
No. But it's like, but then look, Manchester United are what? Third right now in the Prem.
Yeah,
You man have got one world class football player that you can guarantee say. Two maybe if you want to include Casemiro. Do you get what I mean? But you're third in the Prem. So Man City, you have a number of players you could say world class. Arsenal, you could probably say like one or two are. Maybe four if you're being nice with centre backs.
Arsenal got a top side. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, could it just be coaching?
What for Villa?
Nah,
Yeah, because I feel like
coaching for me, not for.
what
Villa,
did you say,
anyway.
Dej?
It's not coaching for me for Villa, because I think Villa are where Villa are. Like,
Yeah,
You don't think their team should be in a better position than when they are?
I think the only thing that's kind of
I think Max like third, and that's being like generous.
I think the only
Yeah, but
thing
I
that's
feel like they should be there every year.
hurt them this
Nah,
year
bro.
is they've had long stretches without their starting centre mids, Kamara and Tielemans. And Tielemans they both started the season really well in it. So maybe that's kind of hurt them in that aspect, because there's been stretches McGinn's been out in the season as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Like they've got a good squad, but I don't feel like they shouldn't be challenging for the title. I thought that was a facade at the time anyway. Like Chelsea last year. Remember when Chelsea thought they were challenging for title before Christmas?
For nothing.
It's the same thing. Like
That was a funny
Villa,
time.
Villa are just they're building. So again, it's if they can get better again in the summer for me.
I think Emery is the right person for that team.
Not if they want to win anything, no, Dej. Premier League wise, I just don't think that he's going to get you over the line. I'll be honest.
I'll be honest, dude. Do they have the funds to even
Win
make
the
a push?
Premier League.
Because Villa are now in this conversation where it's not okay. We can make top four, but if you're in the round top six, you may as well try and win it. You get what I mean? I feel like everyone in the top six now is trying to win the Premier League. Liverpool trying to win the Prem. You don't think everyone in the top six is trying to win the Prem?
Nah. Wait, let's just establish the top six here. So obviously we got Arsenal, United, City,
Liverpool.
That's four.
Well, the traditional one is then Chelsea and then Spurs.
Chelsea, we don't know what they're doing. Spurs, we don't know what they're doing.
That's why I'm.
So
I didn't say big six.
you got
That's why I said
Villa
top
now,
six.
yeah.
I said, yeah.
So even top six, you got Villa now. the separation between United, City, Arsenal is that we can go and spend, make a mistake, and spend again.
Yeah.
I
Villa
don't
can
think
do that
Villa
too.
can do that.
Villa can do that too.
Not to
Now they
our
can.
extent.
I don't know, bro.
Bro,
Who's
Villa
Villa's
got unbelievable bread,
Who's they do, but like you need to remember Villa was struggling PSR aspect a couple years ago. Things like that still hurts clubs like Villa and Newcastle.
They just went and signed like who did they went and did the
Who's their record signing? Let me even check.
I don't know, but they went and did the Douglas Luiz signing just mid-season.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
how much was
that,
him
that
though?
wasn't
It
that wasn't
wasn't like a 70 mil.
it was
No, no,
like
no, no, no.
35, 40 mil.
But they let him go
30, 35, 40.
Yeah, so
mid-season though.
Amadou Onana is still their record signing at 50 mil.
Yeah, bro, like you see once you start creeping into 70s and 80s, yeah, it's scary waters, you know. And
Yeah,
for
but
that to be a
United have been known
mistake,
for that.
teams
United have
don't
been
really.
known for that.
No, forget United. All the clubs that Deji named, the three club Villa can't do what those clubs
They
do.
can't
Even
do it,
Liverpool,
bro.
you even missed out Liverpool there. Even Spurs can spend more than Villa, bro. And obviously Chelsea. So that's easily 5 clubs that spend more than Villa.
Yeah, but like look, Chelsea's a business, isn't it? They buy to sell to, but like that's how they're working their business over there. Liverpool. We know why they spent a lot of money this year because they hadn't spent money in the previous years. We know why they went out and just splashed the cash. Did it work? Probably not. In fact, no, it didn't because they won the Premier League last year and right now they are where they are. United, you guys have been known to just gamble on players for I don't know what reason why, but you gamble on players and you spend money, and if it doesn't work, then you don't you gamble another one. I think that model's changed. Arsenal have only just jumped into this spending 100 mil on players. Arsenal did 100 mil player. Declan Rice.
They just jumped into it, but
Yeah, but
you
like
spent on Havertz.
you've been spending on
You
60,
think Villa
70 million.
ain't spend that?
Like Villa, our point is Villa
Pepe?
don't.
Villa ain't
They
spend
don't.
that.
We're still probably paying the Pepe money now. We were broke when we were paying the Pepe money. I'll be honest.
But remember before Pepe, you lot offered 95 mil. At the time, it would have been world record for Thomas Lemar when Wenger was there.
I'm not saying we don't. I'm not saying that Arsenal don't
Even
have
at the
bread
time
to
you
do
bought
that. I feel
Ozil,
like
how much
Villa-
was he? 43.
Who's that?
Ozil, when you bought Ozil, yeah, how much was he?
Around that
Oh, it
40,
could've-
about
yeah, it
40
could've been
mil.
40,
But obviously then that was
Yeah, but Villa weren't doing that then.
Villa might be in the champion then.
that's Deji's point though.
Yeah, that's my point though. Like
No, but
got-
they
can't spend
they
bread for
have.
that, bro.
You're
I'm
Deji, you're
mistake.
looking at
You
it,
make a mistake.
man.
you're looking at it from their owner's perspective.
They got if they wanted to. Let me say this.
Yeah, I think their
Not
owners
that
are. They were a couple years ago. They still might be. They're like top 5 richest in the Prem.
Yeah, if they wanted
But like
to,
from
they
a
could, but that's
financial
what happened.
point of view, remember Villa were going through. They had to sell Jacob Ramsey like last summer to help their PSR.
I
Do you
remember
know what I
this.
mean? Things
I
like
remember they had
that.
to get Champions League to.
Yeah, Villa are going through those kind of things. Like obviously United and Arsenal. Even when Lewis Skelly, people were like, oh, Arsenal might sell him for PSR. Like Arsenal don't need to sell him. Villa had
No,
to
of course
sell
not.
Ramsey.
You're right in saying that. I just think they could be more creative. Let me say it like this: they should be more creative in how they sign players, then, in terms of when and where they sign players from, because we see sometimes the best. Man City always managed to. This is only City that managed to do this, by the way, but always managed to get a
Great
deal
deals.
and get the best player in the Prem just coming to them now. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but
they can
then
get
the flip side
Shirky
is
for 30 mil.
last year, Jan, City spent 200 mil. No one bit an eyelid. Other clubs can't do that.
No,
In Jan-
we're right. You're right.
In Jan alone, City spent 200 mil. And I think the only person that contributed to their season was Marmoush.
And now he's on the bench.
And exactly. Like, this, they spent 60 mil Semenyo
but-
or 70 mil. How
But
much it
Joe,
was.
no one can keep up with what City do. No one. Like,
I agree. But like,
Arsenal,
Villa
we're
are
not close to
nowhere.
doing that.
But Arsenal can do that if they wanted to. They can.
What, spend 200 mil in Jan?
I believe they can. It'll just affect their summer window.
Yeah, we know your owners, bro.
No,
Like,
yeah.
I think under
I'm not saying
Arteta,
we
Arsenal,
can't.
Arsenal have spent the most P's, or they're definitely up there anyway.
But this is the thing, though. Arsenal spent some money. I'm still trying to work out where the impact we bought these players from, because the only one I'm seeing value out of right now is Mr. Rice. But
But
the
the
other ones,
point is,
Califorri.
yeah,
Huh?
Villa can't do that. If they can't spend
No.
and see where they need to see where that money is, bro.
And then even if they want the best players, like
They're
we
not
You're
we
gonna
gonna.
say who's going
we
Villa?
we can all
Who's going
blow them
Burns?
out the water, bro. Even if United and Arsenal win Europa League and Villa were Champions League, a player will still choose us over Villa.
Look, I'm not. Yeah, that's the size of the football club, and I understand that. But Villa, what I'm saying is, people will come to Villa as like the fourth, fifth option in the Premier League,
Yeah,
and that's what I mean. So they should be competing for something if the coaching's better. Their squad is
Europa
good,
League,
bro. When you look at their squad on paper, it's very good.
They're competing in
Europa
Europa
League.
League though.
If they win Europa League, this is a super successful season for them.
They're not winning. They're getting knocked out tomorrow. I'll be real. They're not winning no Europa League. They ain't been good
Hey,
enough. But
if they do or don't, but like remember Villa were in Champions League last season. They're going to be in Champions League again next season. Like they're on the right tracks, especially if they're in Champions League regardless if they win Europa or not. Obviously, depending on how they finish the league, but they shouldn't drop out that position itself.
look, I hear you.
Like
I just
they're trying, like they're trying.
no. I hear you guys. I just really feel like a team like that, with a fan base like that, a club size like that, should be now. You're not going back to the Championship. You're in a safe space in the Premier League. You've already done all that. You know, you've gone through that. You should now be going, okay, how do we now guarantee ourselves top four every year, compete for something?
Yeah, I think they're more or less on the right track, like, and they've been on that track, because some might have said, just say 8, 9 years ago, Leicester should have been having that mindset. 10 years ago, Leicester won the league, and the following season they're in the Prem, and now flipping they're in flipping League One.
They did have that mindset though, Joe. They did, because they went and built an unbelievable training ground. They went and did all the stuff that caters to being that massive football club. Yeah, but they also but Leicester was never gonna. I think everyone knew Leicester was never gonna be able to hold the fort on what they were doing. They just lost players. The players they were signing good players from the champ still, even when they were like up in the Prem. They signed a Madison, then they win the FA Cup. They're in the high. Then all those players leave and go and sign
Exactly.
for like a
I haven't forgot
Tottenham.
about the FA Cup.
You get what I mean? Like Leicester had a run. Leicester had a run, which I feel like
They did.
Villa. If Villa have that run, then like, no one can complain.
Yeah,
You go
that's
to,
a dangerous run because look at Leicester, bro.
no. But guess what? I don't think as much as it kills and hurts the football club, I don't think the fans will care a lick. They've won a Premier League. They've been to see Champions League football. They've won the FA Cup. I don't think Leicester could ever tell you in their lifetime they thought they were going to ever do this.
No,
It's like
facts.
Luton being in the Prem.
But
They don't get
it's
that in
those
League One
ones.
now.
It's the Leicester winning the league was a crazy anomaly. We saw the odds
Yeah,
and how much someone supposedly won. Like for Villa to do that, they have to keep on building. They can't just do it. Do you know what I mean?
correct. And look,
Like,
Leicester
and I
had a
feel like they're
Kante and
building
Morris
in the
and
right. They're building in the right direction.
Yeah,
But we
they're
need
not
to then
far. They're not far.
we need to see them. No, there's still a gap for me because they, again, they signed Onana. Was it 2 years ago? That was 2 years ago. He's their 50 million signing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
they're
when are
not
you
signing no one in the summer.
regularly gonna be making those kind of
Not
signings?
not like not like another 50 mil or 45
Like
mil, something like that. You know.
50, 60 mil. Their
Yeah,
best players,
it's time to spend 70 on one person and
even their
see what
best
he
players,
does.
the only one that really people really want to buy right now is Morgan Rogers, for instance. No one wants to really buy Watkins. No one wants to really buy Quansah. No one wants to really buy Tielemans. Tielemans was probably their most key player. That
But Tielemans obviously left Leicester to come there.
no, he did. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like they're building in that aspect. And if they lose Rogers this summer, not to say
There'll be reinvestment. They have the money.
they will, but it's how
They got to get it right though.
who they get, and you can get it right because they got it right with Rodgers, for instance.
Yeah, they can get it right. They can get it right, but they just have
But
to get it right.
let's see if they start splashing the cash of 60, 70 mil kind of signings, that kind
They
of
need
window.
to.
Do you know what I mean? Like United just signed 3 attackers last year, and minimum was Cunha at 62.5 mil. Do you know,
You guys
like,
get fleeced though. I'll be real. You guys do get
no,
fleeced.
that was Cunha's release clause.
No, I know it was,
Yeah,
but
but
you guys like
yeah,
you
we do
get
get
fleeced.
fleeced.
No, we
Yeah, you
do,
guys
but
get
like
fleeced though.
Cause look at Sancho,
my thing
look at
is that
Haaland.
no, even just under Ineos, the signings that we've made, all the players that we wanted, Newcastle wanted them. These players didn't want to go there. Do you know what I mean? I think Villa even might have wanted Cunha alongside Arsenal and stuff like that. It was only those kind of clubs that they would have gone to.
Yeah, Champions League sides. I know
We weren't
Newcastle
even
were in the Champions
we
League.
weren't even
No,
in
no,
Champions League.
I know. Like it was
Yeah.
the other
Oh,
Champions League
we didn't
sides.
even have Europe.
Yeah,
We're
Newcastle were in the Champions
15th,
League,
bro.
but I think they saw what Newcastle were really on and said, "Yeah, I
Nah,
don't think going there's." Because
because
bro, look at Wissa. Wissa went there, and it's just Wissa could be out of there this summer.
yeah, Brantley, he's up for sale.
And Newcastle be spending money like it's water as well. I know they got the new Saudi bread. Newcastle can spend money like it's nothing.
No, but they tried. That's the thing, and players still didn't choose them.
That's the problem, though.
And
That's where it
that-
comes down to. If players are
that's what
choosing
we'll
to come
see.
to
If
you.
we need to even see Villa make those bids, let alone if the player goes there or not.
Yeah, you need to. I don't know what Villa. I don't know who they
'Cause
go for. But everyone seems to
exactly,
like to go on loan there.
for me, it's like who's gonna go? Who are Villa gonna sign? And you're gonna be like, oh, not in a rude way or anything, but wow, like you you'll just get the young, not the young English players, but like when they signed Harvey Elliott, they probably had the ambition that he'll be a proper superstar for them, blah blah blah. They end up not wanting to trigger a certain amount of games, and he's not even playing. So, like, but
Hey, it's interesting. The Prem is interesting, and I just feel like a lot of football clubs need to. I don't know. They just need to like know who they are and go for what they should be going for right now. Like if your goal is like Tottenham right now, and this is respectfully, I'm an Arsenal fan. Your only goal next year should be stay in the Premier League because after the if you're in the Premier League this year, if you're getting relegated, then it should be come back to Premier League. But if your only goal next year to be stay in the Premier League, none of this. Oh, we need to be up here and trying to sign everyone in the world. No, stay in the league. That should be your only goal.
what for next season if they're in the Prem?
If they're in the Prem, bro, because bro, their last 2 seasons have been down there. That should be their goal. They're now in that They're now in that region of relegation. You need to be finishing 10th next year to be getting back into discussions.
I think
Bro.
with De Zerbi next year, as long if they're in the Prem, they'll be fine.
But my thing for them is stay in the Premier League. Like for me now, Brighton should be one of them teams that are like, we need to be in Europa League every year. Do you get what I mean? That's why I look at certain teams like now. Bournemouth should be right now with their new infrastructure, their new money, their new training ground, what they're trying to do. They should be looking the same as Brighton. We should be Europa League, Europa Conference League every year. That's what they should be looking at. That's what I think for certain football clubs in the Prem.
And
You
that
just have
is
those
fair.
type of aspirations.
Yeah,
I
they
guess
just making any mistakes.
some have those. For instance, like Brentford, now they brought academy back for Cat One because they've got the European ambitions. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So Brighton, we know they do have those ambitions, but we know they're also a selling club. They they scout well and they sell very well. Do you know what I mean?
But aren't Brentford the same?
They are, but Brighton's been doing this model for longer. Like you
Because
don't
yes, you're
like,
right. You're right saying that.
and
Brighton
then
buy cheap as well.
yeah, they just still manage to like they I think they can get they should be able to. No, I'd say not should. But Bournemouth are sixth right now. Brentford are seventh. Brighton are eighth, and there's just 2 points between them for the one Europa League spot and then the Conference League spot. So Bournemouth got Europa League right now. Brentford Conference, and then Brighton we'll see.
No, you're not wrong.
So, and bearing in mind, we're saying these clubs and the likes of Newcastle, who have been Champions League, they're not even there. And
Not
then
even,
Chelsea
not
are
even a
below.
peep.
Chelsea are a couple points below them lot. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I feel like the Premier League, in terms of the middle pack, it's very competitive. That's why like there's not a big gap.
Would yeah. I wasn't gonna say competitive. I say it's very bad. When you
But
say middle pack, where are you looking at? What's the where are you looking at? Like 10th to
I wouldn't say bad because, bro, even
where are you going from there? What position are you going from?
from right now, from obviously there's only 3 games left, but from 6 to 13, there's 7 points.
Yeah, see. Okay. Well, you could say then it's competitive. I
Do you
just
know what I
say
mean? Because like it's hard. It's harder for everyone to go and win it. Even the top teams, because those clubs kind of get points on
bridge the
each
gap.
other.
They're closer.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
my only problem is the big clubs of old, the Chelseas and that sort of stuff, aren't doing what they're meant to be doing.
yeah, yeah.
That's the problem. So where the gap should be bridged is them bringing the gap closer together, because those clubs should be further away for the amount of money they spend, for the things they do, for the club size. They should be far and away the better squads. But as you can see, these players and this infrastructure that some of these clubs are taking up and doing, it's just not working.
But
Yeah, like I
then
said, to keep
I
making
agree with you.
mistakes.
Then the flip side to that is, like you've given Bournemouth credit, because when we were talking about it, maybe this year or last year, Bournemouth were competing with AC Milan to sign players and then taking players off AC Milan because they've got the money for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yep.
like these middle of the pack clubs in the Prem, a lot of them have bread to make a 40 million, 50 million. Brent, Brentford signing Otara from Bournemouth for 40 mil. Do you know what I mean?
This is
So
this is why I said
Financial
Villa.
strength.
This is why I said Villa need to up their game, man. Yeah. Anyway, I don't own that football club, so I don't really care. Arsenal all the
I
way,
just
but
don't
you know.
know how. I feel like Villa are doing an all right job. It just depends how much they actually spend. I
We'll
feel
see
like
what
they're
happens
quite
this summer,
limited,
though.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
I
But
think
what are you
Haas was in
saying,
the
man?
chat saying, "Give it a rest, Jacob."
Yeah.
Well, Haas, Arsenal are going to win everything, so I'll
What's
give
that
it
on
a rest.
YouTube?
Yeah, I'll give it a
Yeah.
rest next year.
That's funny.
That's quality, mate.
So
What we
yeah,
saying? Song of the week, though.
Yeah. All right, there's
yeah.
some Mookie comment on that one, but yeah, go on. I just
Nah,
feel
bro.
it.
That comment
I'm
is
sorry, I just
wild.
said yeah. I'm not gonna say that out loud.
Oh shit.
Talk about troll of the century.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I just said yeah. That can stay right there.
Yeah.
Hey, going live sometimes is funny, but boy, there's some mad people out there.
Yeah, bro.
Man said,
Yeah, yeah. I,
Yeah.
I, I saw it. I skipped past it, Joe.
oh shit. Nah, I feel like reading it out loud. Oh my gosh. Aye, some people are hilarious. Oh shit.
Very funny people, man.
Okay. But yeah,
Very
song of the
funny.
week.
Oh, my one is it's a good one still. It's called Hello by J. Cole.
Nice.
Mm,
The great song.
yeah.
My song is by an artist called Credo V Daniels, South African artist, and it's called All the Girls. South African R&B.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not what I was expecting.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
was expecting more features on that one.
Nah,
Trust.
R&B in it, so one man.
When he said that, I was like, oh, which Hammer song is this? Because, it's hard to keep up on the towers. Mine is Ashake Forgiveness off his new album.
Mm.
That
Nice,
track
nice,
should
nice.
be 20 minutes long instead of 2 minutes.
Mm.
Brilliant
I'm gonna
sound.
give that a listen soon.
Give the album a listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's quality stuff. But yeah, I Thank you all for listening, tuning in into this live episode. I don't think we've not done a live one for like
Have we
over a
ever
year.
done a live one? I can't even remember.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did one when Tobago and
Oh
our
no,
first live. Huh?
oh no, I
It was
was
during.
thinking the first live one we done was like an NBA one, if I'm not mistaken,
No, our first live episode was
or something else.
8th of August 2024. It was when Tobago won the 200 meters at the Olympics.
Is it?
Yep.
Fair.
Fair. All right.
I feel
Yeah.
we've done an NBA live one, haven't we?
No, I haven't done an NBA live episode.
I feel like we've done one American sports or football related. Maybe I'm tired.
Not live. No. This is definitely our first like live, full on. Second. This is our full live football one. Like we've done athletics live, because at the time it made sense. And
I
then
just remember posting on the socials on one.
it was this one, bro. It was the other one before.
Yeah. But
8th of August.
yes, what they said. As Dej likes to say,
Listen, you tell a friend to tell a friend.
and Jacob,
Like and subscribe.
what they said, like, subscribe, get in the comments, hit those buttons, and we shall keep on delivering. And if you guys want more live episodes, ladies and gents, hey, tell us. And who knows? Maybe. But right now it's 1:15 a.m. It's getting a bit late. Do you know what I mean? Some playoff basketball, but hey. Joe, I am signing out.
Ditch, I'm signing out.
Jacob signing out.
I'm surprised he didn't say the double winning Jacob signing out or something like that. But
It's not yet. It's just North London forever. We will
I
see.
mean-
We will be there. That's all I have to say. We will be there.
Said that last season.
the way this 2-hour episode's gone, I thought you won it already. So, you know.
Oh no. When we win it, when we do, don't worry. You guys will leave, and I'll still be here just celebrating.
We'll just start seeing tweets from the from the pod Twitter. I thought we got hacked.
I had to voice my opinions, man.
That's fine, Ditch. That's fine.
On a different platform.
Then
No,
we're getting trolled on Insta and Slack. What was that? That's a great clip as well, but to use it in that context, nasty.
That's why it's even better, because you were celebrating something. So you may as well celebrate Arsenal. North London forever.
Yeah, nah.
Did you see the crowd?
We definitely need to sign out.
Did you see the crowd?
Look at
I'm
him.
glad.
Look at
I'm
him.
glad you saw a crowd like that. It's
No,
good.
did you see? Arsenal are one of the only clubs with a real fan base properly left. You know, a real one.
Bro,
in
you
the
better
Premier
end
League.
the stream because I know what you're trying to
Real
do.
fan base left. Us, Liverpool. You know, United. I give it to you. What do you? I'm talking
Oh.
about actual fan base.
Because
plastic fan base.
in stadium alone, I don't want to do a competition, but you guys don't match us.
In
Home
stadium
or away?
right now. No, right now, today.
Home, even right now.
Right now, today, you can't. No, that's incorrect.
It's just
right now,
because we're
today,
not playing in a
best
game of
atmosphere
your
of football.
magnitude. We're not
Huh?
playing in a game of your magnitude. That's the only thing.
No. Random games. You know, if we random
No, but
games.
you said right now though. Right now
Right
we
now,
lead.
today.
Yeah.
I'm talking
So
about
that leads us to think that you're talking about today's situation, you being in
No,
the Champions
'cause
final
we
and
didn't play
possibly.
today. I'm talking about like when I say today, I'm talking about like this season, 25-26, or the last few
Mate,
seasons.
a couple weeks ago against Bournemouth, you guys were flipping dead at home.
Brother,
weren't
you man have
supporting
been
your players.
silent at your stadium for years. Stop this.
Nah. Everyone
Stop
knows United
this.
home and away. Even
Stop
they
this. You be
started
moaning
that-
and groaning.
Selhurst Park and the under 18s. Why the United support were bloody brilliant.
That's
Absolutely.
fine because you got a lot of Londoners. That's why you were there.
Bare Mancunians travelled for that one, bruv.
that's
FA
fine.
Cup, FA Youth Cup final OT. We've sold it out. We've given the kids 75k. and we sang for the kids.
You not seen FA Youth Cup down at the Arsenal?
I've seen it. United played Arsenal there last year or so.
No, but you've seen FA Youth Cup down at the Arsenal. It's a
Yeah.
serious match.
But we know United will sell out Old Trafford for the kids if they need to.
Oh, that's fine. You can sell out for the kids.
But
sell out for
no,
the
I'm
kids.
glad, I'm glad you're
End
thinking
the
North
stream.
London forever.
Our
You know what I
fan
mean?
base right now, and I don't want it. There's no arguments about it.
End
We are a top 3
the
fan base
stream.
in
Oh
this
no,
country.
you can maybe,
Not maybe.
have
Right
that.
now, we're a top 3 fan base in this country. We wouldn't be this hated if we weren't.
No, I think you're in London especially. You're easily the most visible fan base. There's more Arsenal fans than, and we've discussed this. Bare Arsenal fans are bare fans are supposedly Arsenal fans coming out the woodwork.
But hey,
Even Arsenal fans are saying this.
that's fine. We are a top 3 fan base in the country, and we are number 1 right now, really and truly.
In the games you're playing, you can have that. That's the only thing I can agree on.
We'll put that up for discussion. We'll put that in the comments. Top 3 fan base people. If you're watching and you're still live, top 3 fan base in the country. Who do you think they are? Thank you very much.
I
Arsenal.
mean, we can have that go into that next week.
That's totally fine. Well, I know who's the top 3. I know who's top 1. We're the greatest team the world has ever seen, and it's Arsenal. Arsenal
Ned,
FC.
I wish one of us were controlling this.
Bro.
Yes, that's why I'm here to celebrate. I'm the one controlling it.
You know, I'm just gonna put this on mute.
Anyway, people, as Joe said, like, comment, subscribe. We're out.